What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You guys know how I rock. And so usually when I have to catch a flight, I will. Hello. Yo, what's up? Who this? Yo, what's going on? Let me call you right back. I'm on the live stream. All right. Y'all not even gonna believe who that is. Y'all not gonna believe who that was. That was a mayoral candidate for Detroit. Just some random, like, I didn't even know that. How did they get my number? I'm about to change my number, y'all. I am about to change my number. That was a mayoral candidate that is running for mayor of Detroit. I must got a lot of motion right now. Niggas is able to get my number. I don't know who out here giving away the number and all of that stuff. That's crazy. Interesting. What's going on, man? Am I gonna endorse that person? This is a rough conversation to have. That's a rough conversation to have right now. This is a rough conversation to have. Are y'all cool with the view? Are y'all cool with how this is set up right now? Let me make some adjustments really quickly. Let me turn some lights on. Give me a second. It's looking a little dark in here, darker than I want it to be. Looking a little dark, still a little dark. I don't know. It'll be all right. We chilling. What's going on, friends? Oh, I see y'all already got opinions on everything, and we haven't even started covering it yet. Well, no worries. We'll definitely get there today. But I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all for tuning in to After Hours last night and getting it popping and all of us having good conversations and all of that. All right. They say, Unc, you got them thighs out today? No, I got on shorts. I have on shorts. But it is a little gloomy. I got a flight that I got to catch. And so I left I am so out of it. I left my luggage that I came back from California. Where was I at? Salt Lake City. Came back from Salt Lake City. I got left my luggage in the car. It's downstairs with the valet. So I'm gonna have to pull my car up, get my suitcase. I got another suitcase, but I'm gonna get my suitcase and then repack my luggage because I haven't been here since I got back. So this is my first time here. So yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. So again, thank y'all for tuning in to After Hours last night. We got it in. We got to show some appreciation for my co-hosts on After Hours because they was streaming last night. Yeah, man, and life is good. Life is good. So I do have a flight to catch out to California, but I don't have a live stream tonight. And then we're gonna try to do the stock club tomorrow. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you tap into the Patreon and let's get it popping. I realize that a lot of y'all actually want Trump to lose so bad. Nobody that actually have been paying attention for the last 6 months and have seen as many victories, because no political candidate in my lifetime has ever done as much as they've promised. All right, there we go. Has even remotely came close to some of the successes and the victories that Trump has delivered in the first 6 months, let alone in his second presidency. But when I see people, for example, in the chat, for example, say stuff like, I'm disappointed in Trump or whatever like that, like how can anybody be disappointed in Trump for the successes that he's been able to accomplish over the last 6 months? You telling me, well, we'll get into it. I know I was kind of freezing, whatever, but we cool. Yeah, they bandwagon conservatives. Most of these people, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most people are not real conservatives. Like, most people are not real Republicans. They just want to. Most people are bandwagoners in life. All of a sudden, your favorite team became the Golden State Warriors once Clay and Steph started winning. Now, all of a sudden, your favorite player in the NBA is SGA. Nobody really was fucking with Kobe when he was going through his rape case. Then everybody became Black Mamba fans. All of a sudden, people are starting to recognize certain cities, and that's the place to go. Now everybody supposedly voted for Trump when it's clear that 92% of Black women and almost 80% of Black men voted for, voted for Kamala Harris. And I'm like, you know what? That's why I look at everybody with the side eye, man. That's why whenever I say something, I stand on it early. When I was talking about the whole Diddy case, man, listen, 85-90% of everybody in every chat that I was on, and some of y'all motherfuckers was still in there, 85-90% of most people was in the chat saying, no, Anton, you wrong. No, he needs to go to jail. Man, Jaguar Wright is real. She exposing him. Man, look at this, look at that. And then all of a sudden, when the verdict came out and when the evidence started coming out, all of a sudden nobody said nothing and everybody was on Diddy time. And it's like, listen, it's okay to be wrong, or it's okay to be off, or it's okay to pick the wrong candidate or whatever, and then just come back and say, you know what, I was off on this, but now I'm really thinking about it. But when I see people that's on that bandwagon nonsense, it's like, you can't trust them type of people. If somebody got a different opinion than me, or if somebody has a different perspective, or they think differently, or they vote differently, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But because those type of people they solid, they're stable. They don't switch up based off of the fact that it's a popular thing to do. But man, I'm telling you, man, most people, especially in the Black community, most people are bandwagon riders, and they just get on whatever wave is happening at the same time. It's the same thing when we talk about hip hop. Like, when we talk about rap music, we talk about hip hop. People are bandwagon riders. People are bandwagoners, man. I'm telling you. They'll go with whatever is being said is popular at the time. That's why sometimes when I see people's having comments inside of our comments, I see people having comments inside of the comments, and I'll see people just re-quoting and re-saying the stuff that other people were saying. And I'm like, well, don't you have any mind of your own? Don't you have your own opinion? Haven't you actually listened to the music? Have you watched the basketball games? Have you looked at the debates? Have you actually watched any of the political conversations? Are you familiar with what's going on here or what's going on there? Or is everything you say what somebody else said? You know, like I'll give you an example. One of the sayings that I am absolutely tired of is when people say, like, people will send me an email or they'll say something, look, this Pookie and Ray Ray. And it's like, you can't come up with a better name than Pookie and Ray Ray. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even a sweet hood name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like that was wore out like 4 years ago, saying Pookie and Ray Ray. Like, come up with something else. Come up with a better name. You know what I'm saying? Come up with your own thoughts or your own saying sometimes. Don't just say the same thing that everybody else is saying. You know what I'm saying? Say different things and also have your own. It's okay for you to have your own opinion. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's okay for you not to just do the same thing that everybody else does and to have your own opinion. I feel like my comments is frozen. I don't like that. I might have to refresh. My comments is frozen. Let me refresh real quick, make sure everything is working fine, because I feel like everything is frozen. Give me a second. Oh, it's on their side. So it's got to be on their side then. All right. Well, I guess it is on their side. So I can't necessarily see the comments right now. I'll pull them up on my iPad real quick, and then we'll go from there. We'll go ahead and get the show started because I kind of want to freestyle it. I want to get my thoughts off today. See if I can get this up for y'all. This software has been on some BS lately too. I'm gonna just say that. It's there we go. All right, I can see y'all comments again. Cool. We back in the building. Oh, I look good on camera. Oh, I look really, really good on camera. I like myself. I love myself. I'm so gorgeous. Anyways, all right, y'all ready to go ahead and get started with the show? It is dark outside. Can y'all see outside? What, is it about to thunderstorm or rain or something? I see these clouds. I wish I could show y'all what's going on. It is ugly outside. It looked like it's about to be nighttime. Maybe it's the rapture. I don't know. Anyways, look, you see how dark it is out there? Can y'all see that right there? It's dark as hell outside. Let me see something. I see all of the workers is leaving. It must be really about the thunderstorm. All of the workers on this hotel that I'm looking at right here, all of them are leaving. All of them are. Ain't nobody outside no more. Anyways, let's continue on with the show. All right, so the first thing we got to read the super chats. First of all, I want to say shout out to Just Christian. I appreciate you for holding me down, Just Christian. Thank you for always holding me down. Thizzle TV, I appreciate you, Thizzle TV. Zay Trade says, been watching you for a minute. You really helped me to see the world for what it is. I got out of the feds and started day trading NASDAQ. Now I'm funded $750K in capital, getting myself together. I watch your podcast while I trade, helps me to keep going. And I'm only 20, by the way. Be careful, big dog. Be careful with the day trading. I know I can't convince you not to, but just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for holding me down, big dog. D Hug, I appreciate you. Said, should I relocate to Detroit? No, I mean I don't know where you're from, but if you feel comfortable where you at, stay where you at. Two things can be true. I can still support Trump, but he and his administration handled the Epstein case wrong. They were better off not saying anything at all. Well, let's go over it because I haven't actually reviewed it yet, and we can deep dive into it. So I don't know if I want to go into that. Yeah, we can jump around. Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you. I also want to say shout out to Robert Banks. Um, I appreciate you, Robert Banks, for holding me down on Cash App and everybody supporting the platform. Anton, are you going to endorse one of the Democratic candidates for mayor of Detroit? I don't even see anybody that I like. You know, one of the reasons why I'm not going to endorse anybody right now is because I don't really think that they ask him for my endorsement. A couple people reached out to me just recently, so I haven't had a conversation with them yet. So until I actually have a conversation with somebody, I'm not going to endorse somebody just for the sake of endorsing somebody. A couple of the candidates that I've seen, let me say this. A couple of the candidates that I've seen for running for mayor of Detroit, I know some stuff about their background. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about living in a city and being born and raised and actually having some motion is because the city is too small. So I know about the rebrand. You know what I'm saying? I know about what they really got going on. I know who they associated with. I know what their past is like. I know what's really happening behind the scenes. I know what the cover-ups are. And so I've seen too much. You know what I'm saying? I've seen too much to just blindly endorse somebody. And it's like I almost want to remove myself from it because I don't want to be associated with any particular candidate. You know, it's another reason why I'm very careful about who I interview or who I interact with is because everything is political. Everybody know everybody, and so I'm not really a big thing with that. But let's get into this. So the first thing that I want to address, we're gonna get into the Epstein thing. We're gonna jump into all of that. The first, man, it is dark as hell. Let me show y'all this real quick. I gotta show y'all. Let me see something. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Look at this, bro. Y'all see this? Look how dark it is outside. That look crazy. Look, the workers in left. Ain't no workers on the project no more. It was a whole lot of people up there. Everybody done left. Even the crane operators is gone. Look at this. What is happening out here in these streets? Looking crazy out there. It's crazy, bro. Oh, I'm flying. Oh, I'm flying. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead. Yeah, man. Look crazy. Well, my flight ain't till like 6 o'clock. So we should figure it out. All right. The first thing that I want to talk about is a conversation that we had yesterday, right? Yeah, it's raining like a mug. It's raining crazy. First thing that I want to talk about is a conversation that we had yesterday. And so in the conversation that we was having yesterday, and we only gonna spend 10 minutes on this, I was surprised. I was very, very surprised that that the panel had differences of opinion. And also on top of that, I was looking at the comments on some of the videos, and there were different people that actually agreed, right? And so let me play the video again for y'all because a lot of y'all wasn't on after hours. And some people was actually, some people only watched the Millionaire Morning Show and all of that. So let me play the video for you guys I saved the video, and then we're going to go from there.
I'd rather make 50K and my wife make 50K before I go and make 250 by myself and be the only income. Both bring in $110,000, $120,000 together. That's good money, especially with no kids. We have no big overhead. That's great. You go on vacations whenever you want to. All you got to do is just go work your shift, split everything, and y'all good. It's not really splitting, y'all locked in together, to be honest. Versus a man that makes 250K, has to take care of the kids, has to take care of his wife because she doesn't work. That money is long gone. And he's carrying most of the stress. His work-life balance is upside down because he has to bring in all of that income from all of those people for all of those mouths to feed. So that money gets stretched. So yes, 50-50 is better than single income.
I'm going to play it one more time for y'all because sometimes the quick videos go over y'all head. I'm going to play it one more time. All right? Just to make sure that we all got it.
I'd rather make 50K and my wife make 50K before I go and make 250 by myself and be the only income. Both bring in $110,000, $120,000 together. That's good money, especially with no kids. We have no big overhead. That's great. You go on vacations whenever you want to. All you got to do is just go work your shift, split everything, and y'all good. It's not really splitting, y'all locked in together, to be honest. Versus a man that makes 250K, has to take care of the kids, has to take care of his wife because she doesn't work. That money is long gone. And he's carrying most of the stress. His work-life balance is upside down because he has to bring in all of that income from all of those people for all of those mouths to feed. So that money gets stretched. So yes, 50-50 is better than single income.
Somebody in the chat, for example, says, I'm going to use this as an example in order to illustrate my point. Somebody in the chat said, let me see if I can find it. I got to see if I can find it. Give me a second. I can't find it. I don't know where it went. Somebody said, Anton. So he's saying he would rather make $150,000 less because her income and his income, which combined, if they both made roughly $50,000 a year, then that would be $100,000 a year versus $250,000 a year. So I want to break this down and slice this down before we get into the conversations, because I didn't sleep that good last night, and I was thinking about this. And so the first thing is her income, his income, $100,000 a year combined, all right, versus his income alone. And let's assume, for example, that she's not working and he's making $250,000 a year, all right? First of all, somebody said, well, Anton, why would somebody take $150,000 combined less? I'm going to just tell you, as Anton from AntonDaniels.com, as a 43-year-old man that has been married for 21 years, I will never, ever count their income. I look at it as being down $200,000. I am never going to depend on or count on another woman for her income. I'm me. I am me by myself. So when I look at my numbers and when I'm putting my budget together, my budget is based off of what I bring in, and then we can figure out whatever that little pittance that she got going on over there, or maybe I give her an allowance or whatever. But I look at it as, man, I'm not making $200,000. I'm not gonna say, hey, we 100 together. I'm gonna be like, yo, dog, I'm down $200K. Because now I gotta ask you for permission to do shit. Man, hey, babe, so listen, this is what the budget is. And you know what? I need some money for haircut. I need the money to get my beard done. I need some money to go and take care of this or whatever. No. And see, that's one of the things that guys are not really taking advantage of, is the fact that, listen, when you get into the bag and when you winning and when you at the top of your game and all of that stuff, let me tell you something, bro. You could do what you want to do because you basically control everything within yourself, right? If I I want to go and do whatever I want to do, who's going to tell me no? Because everything is taken care of and nobody is starving out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering to nobody in my household. And so in a way, you pay the cost to be the boss. You pay the cost to be a boss. All right, think about it from this lens. Because he's saying with a woman, with the kids, with family, nigga, would you take 250 by yourself over $50,000 by yourself? Or do you still want work-life balance? Or is that a part of having a conversation about being with a woman? Let me say it again. Would you take 250 by yourself, or would you take 50 by yourself? Because again, I'm never going to depend on a woman in order for me to be able to make my lifestyle. Now, that's separate from the whole idea of, man, do you know I'm never going to take a $200,000 pay cut? I wouldn't take a $30,000 pay cut. So why would I take a $150,000 or a $200,000 pay cut? Man, listen, if y'all niggas are so concerned with work-life balance, I will also give you this, because a person that is sitting there telling me that they cool with making $250,000 a year, I will tell you that they have never even come close to being super successful. And again, I understand that it's okay to have a regular job. It's cool as long as you are doing something legal. I have nothing to say about it. But in the context of this conversation, bruh, when you're making 250, usually it's easier in whatever you do versus making 50. People that make 50 work harder than people that make 250. People that make 250, sometimes they got to be more available. Sometimes they got to put in a little bit more time. Sometimes they got to be a little bit more taxing mentally or, emotionally. And there's ways that you can solve for that. But the fact of the matter is, if you're making 50 versus 250, the person that's making 50, 9 times out of 10, they work harder physically. They physically work harder than a person. As much time as I put in, you'll never see me complaining, because I used to work in a steel mill. And in order for me to make 100 in a steel mill, I had to be there. I had to actually physically do stuff. I got my arm burned sometimes. Sometimes the hair on my arm would be skinned because I got too close to the coils and it'd be hot and all of this other type of stuff. Bruh, at this rate that I'm going right now, yes, I put in a lot of time. Yes, sometimes I don't sleep as much because I want to continue to push and do all of this stuff. I may have to take some flights, but nigga, I'm sitting in my condo or, in my penthouse downtown looking at the workers saying, man, it's raining hard outside. At the end of the day, when you get to a certain level, you don't work physically as hard as a dude that is working 50. I'm telling you the truth. Y'all can't say things about women sometimes, and we know that women are crazy, but women have already been crazy. Y'all can't say stuff about women and say that, oh man, she wants too much. Nigga, sometimes we just don't have the motivation. Real talk. Sometimes we don't have the want to be great. So wait a minute, you cool with just making 50 for the rest of your life? What about 20 years from now, nigga? What about it when inflation hit? 50,000 ain't even the 50,000 that it was 6 years ago, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to have a better life. You cool with that? You want to have work-life balance. So what you want to do? You want to chill? You want to have a conversation? Somebody said, I was a woman that was in my chat. Because I dropped a reaction video to this on the Anton Daniels channel. It was a woman that was in my chat and she said, Anton, no, he's right, because you wouldn't even be able to spend no time. Man, I don't want to spend no motherfucking, how much time you want me to spend with you? You want me to sit up under you all day? So wait a minute. So I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours, work for 8 hours, and then I'm supposed to spend the other 8. Let's say it take me 30 minutes there to and from to get back and forth to work. So I got 7 more hours. You telling me that I'm supposed to be, what are we supposed to talk about for the next 7 hours? I'm supposed to be sitting and kicking it with you for 7 hours every day. So you want me to sit up under you for 7 hours every day? And listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to kick it with nobody for 7 hours straight every day. Nigga, I love you, and I think that you are the most awesome person in the world, but we gotta miss each other. We gotta miss. What you mean? You can't see his family, nigga. How long do I need to see you? We kicked it. We watched the movie for about 35 minutes until the movie started watching us. We busted down for a real one, and then we went on. You know what I'm saying? We went to sleep. We went about our business. I see you on date night. Like we might be able to skip a day or two in between so that we'll have some time to miss each other. We probably don't even need to see each other every day. As a matter of fact, when you get to a certain level, you can start to say, you know what? I'm gonna get you a house over here. I'm a city boy at the end of the day, so I like to see the city. And then when you come down here, we can make it, you love down here because you see it. You like, man, I always feel like I'm out of town. We can create our own world. We can mold this shit how we want to see it. Whatever we want to do. I might need a day or two to just focus. I like to sleep in my office. I don't even go home sometimes. I be sleeping in my studio because I just want to get right back to work because I'm a hustler at the end of the day. I don't want to, man, I'm not trying to sit up under no woman every fucking day for no 7-8 hours. If I see you 2 to 3 times a week, we are going to have a great relationship. See, y'all don't, I might have to add that in the after hours tomorrow. Cause y'all idea, ignore the thunder. Y'all idea of a relationship might be off. That's why y'all don't like each other. That's why y'all got problems in your relationship. Nigga, she see you too much. You see her too much. That's why you don't like her. That's what, nigga, yeah. 2-3 times a week, 4 if we really feeling each other, or we got some mission, or we out of town together, or something like that. That I'm telling you is perfect. You will never ever have a bad relationship if you can see somebody 2 to 3 times a week. I'll give you 2 to 4. 2 to 4, nigga, you gonna be perfect. 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 2 to 3 times a week. The other time, you got some time to do you. 90% of it, you probably hustling and grinding. The other 10 to 15%, you having a good time. You enjoying yourself. You can lay out. Nigga, I can go watch the 85-inch. You don't even know that that's an 85. That's like an 85-90, but the wall's so goddamn big that you can't even really make sense of it. That's an 85-90. That's how big my goddamn walls are. That's how high. Floor to ceilings, windows. You can go bust it down for a real one. 2 to 3 times a week. Nigga, that's all y'all having sex for anyway. Now you can go get some money. Because I be telling single people all the time when I be in coaching sessions, they say, Anton, yeah, man, I just got out of a relationship, long-term relationship. I'm sick about it. This and that, so on and so forth. I said, so wait a minute. So you got your own place and stuff? Yeah. How many hours you been working a week? I'm at work for like 40, but I probably work like 28. Nigga, you can go get rich now. You can go get rich now. What are you talking about? That's the reason why a lot of you niggas is not money makers. A lot of the reason why you broke is because you spending too much time under these hoes, bro. I'm telling you. You're spending too much time under hoes. That's why you not rich. You doing housework, nigga. You taking out trash and you know what I'm saying? You trying to let the kids see you every day. Nigga, we got to go get this money. You hanging out at home, nigga. You hanging out at home like it's fun there. You seen every part of that house. You only spend time in 2 parts of the house. Bedroom and the kitchen. You want to go be friends and shit? What you think? You gonna be walking in the park every day? What, y'all taking walks together or something? Nigga, y'all just there. You just there. Going, man, I'm out. I'm out. I'll see you on Tuesday. And then I'll be back on Thursday. And then I'll also spend Saturday. I'll spend Friday night and Saturday morning. Sunday, I'm back at the studio and we doing what we do, baby. I'm not about to be sitting there kicking it with you all day. All day, I'm about to just be kicking it. Because if I'm kicking it with you, that means that you can't go to the gym and go and be working out and taking care of your business. You ain't out doing what you're supposed to do. You're going to have to go and complete some projects that I got set up for you. And I don't want to babysit you. And so I still want the projects done, but I want you to be able to do what you got to do. I'm going to be honest with you. Rita, I can't even say it because it's a surprise. Ain't nobody about to be sitting up under you all day. Nigga, my daughter don't even want to sit at home all day. She be like, Dad, I'm about to go. All right. Check in. Give me a check in the next couple hours. Let me know how everything is going. You got your fine man on? Yep, I'm out. What you think I'm about to be sitting at home waiting for people to get home? Man, get out of here with that, bro. Get out of y'all need to, if y'all start being real, maybe I need to bring Wednesday nights back or doing having some real conversations about relationships so I can teach y'all how your grandmama and how your granddaddy stayed married for the last 45, 50 years. So I can teach you how to be married for 2 decades successfully. So I can show you how to keep your ass out of child support court. The reason that she don't like you no more, the reason that y'all marriage broke up, I asked a question last night. I said, why are people's marriages dissolving after they got married? Because we was talking about Dwight Howard and the chick that they got divorced after 6 months, even though they had been talking for years. And it's because y'all start being in each other's face too much. Y'all not dating. Remember when you was dating? Remember when you was in a relationship with somebody and everything was cool all the time, but now you have resentment towards each other? She fat, you broke, and y'all can't figure it out. It's because y'all in each other's face too much. It's because y'all see each other too much. You're not productive. She not productive. And so don't nobody like each other. Now you in child support court. I could teach you how to keep yourself out of child support court, how to keep your relationship, still get rich, and still be able to live a life that's fulfilled. You can have it all. You can have your cake and eat it too. You don't have to be an incel. You don't have to be mad at women. You don't have to be broke. She don't have to be fat. Y'all don't have to do none of that stuff. You can have everything. She can have a phenomenal life and be great. You could be rich and she could be fit. You could be rich and you could be awesome. Y'all could make sure y'all have a phenomenal relationship and the kids is going to be happy. You can have all of it. But if you think that I think that my mental health is going to be based off of spending time with a chick, you got another thing coming, bro. Somebody said getting rich ain't life. From a broke nigga. From a broke nigga. I looked at my bank account today, bro. I was just absolutely disgusted. I said, Jesus, what in the world? How does a human make so much fucking money? Do you know what it's like? Let me help you, and then we're gonna get into the rest of the show. Do you know what it's like to be rich? Nigga, when you are rich, let's say 2 days ago, I fucked up, right? I made a really bad move, and it was like, damn, it's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fucked up. The next day, it didn't fucking matter. Because if I lose $50,000, I can go and look at my bank account and say, man, that brokerage account got $6 million in it. I have, $7 million in real estate. I have this and that. Like, I'm not affected. I don't suffer. My mistakes ain't mistakes. It's just hiccups. And then I go and eat some more. What are you talking about? It's the best feeling in the world. There is no better feeling than being rich. I can't think of one. Not off the top of my head. I can't think of one. Not your kids doing well in school. Not your parents saying you a good person. Congratulations. Not getting an award, not the key to the fucking city, nigga. It's always gonna be about getting rich. Always. That is a feminine perspective when I see a man sitting there telling you that you can't be rich. And let's be clear, because everybody try to make it seem like just because you're rich, you can't be a good person. No, you can have good character. Plenty of people in the Bible, most of God's greatest people had an abundance. Y'all need to grow the fuck up, bro. I'm tired of these men being sassy and weak, talking about, oh man, I want to share responsibilities. No, nigga, I just want to win. When I go, and let's say if I go and buy a game or something like that, I automatically buy all the skins. Do you know what it's like to be able to give your friends raises? Do you know what it's like to be able to give bonuses because you like people that work with you and they doing really well at what it is? You can't even help nobody, nigga. You can't even help yourself. Do you know what it's like to have a $100,000 credit card bill and pay it off? Like, do you know what it's like to know that your kids will never have to worry about going to college, and if they want to, they never have to worry about student loans? What are you talking about, nigga? Rich, you change your whole family's dynamics. My mom can go on cruises and stuff. My brothers get great gifts and cars for their birthday and shit. What are you talking about? You can fulfill people's dreams. You can change people's lives. Do you know what it's like to go and get $5,000 out to the streets and give it to homeless people and know that you changed somebody's trajectory of their life and not even blink an eye because you don't even care? Do you know what it's like to take everything that's in your bank account and give it away knowing that you're going to get it all back tomorrow? That's what it's like being rich. And I'm not even as rich as I think I should be, but at this point, it don't even matter anymore because I already know that it's coming. Decatur ATLian says brag session. Facts. Brag session. This is to make sure that we filter out the niggas that got a broke mindset, a poverty mindset, and the niggas that's really wanting to win. I love it when I see grown men say, I don't like it when you brag. I don't like it when you broke. You stink, nigga. You got a poverty mindset. When you come around people that got money, we turn our nose up at you, not because we think we better than you, because you stink. I love it when I see dusty people get mad at the fact that people get rich. That's why we in America, nigga. We not in Kuwait. We not in some communist place. We in a place where you work as hard as you want and you can make as much money as you want. Nigga, you broke because you broke. You broke because you broke. You're broke because you just got a dusty mindset. You a broke mindset having, I want to be sleeping on another motherfucker's couch ass bitch. That's what you are. Broke ass niggas. Plug my stuff up. You was poor in your mind before you was poor in real life. That's why don't nobody like you. Because you always budgeting, nigga. You never tipping. You always budgeting, you never tip. Because you broke. Always scrimping and scrapping and saving and taking bottles back to the store. You a bottle to the store ass nigga. Not because you like to recycle, but because you need 10 cents, nigga. Always complaining about the big, beautiful bill. Oh my God, rich people are getting more. Get you some riches then, nigga. What you talking about? Become a part of the crew. People that live a good life, they're generous. We into philanthropy, we into love, we into all of that type of stuff. We have better sex. Sex is much better as a rich person, I'm telling you. Niggas always budgeting, always taking showers at the gym, not because you just need to get in the shower before you go to work, but because you got to do that because you ain't got nowhere else to take a shower. Ain't you tired of sleeping in your car? Ain't you tired of worrying about you keep going to the gas station every day because you got to put $5-10 in there? Don't you want to fill up? You don't want to fill up your car? Ain't you tired of your junk always? Your car is just used to being on half and quarter. We gonna get some gas tomorrow. Ain't you tired of telling your girl, you know what, wait till we get paid for you to be able to go and do this? All right, I get paid, so give me a second, let me get it together. Don't you not want to do that? You don't want to give your wife a better life. You don't want your kids to be able to go to SeaWorld or, you know what I'm saying, be able to go to Disneyland. You don't want to just on the spirit of, you know what, baby, let's take a flight. You don't want to do that? You don't want that. You don't want that life. You want to work together. You want to continue to build at 50. Hey, babe, I'm looking for somebody. Keep on putting in your Hinge profile. I'm looking for somebody to build with. Nigga, ain't you 40? You still trying to build with a bitch? I don't want to build with no woman. I want to be able to tell her what to do. Hey, what you doing? I'm not. You coming to pick me up? Nope. I'll send you a truck though. I'll send you a truck because I don't have time. I'm working. I'll send you a truck to come and I'll send you a black truck. I'll meet you there, whatever, so on and so forth. No, I'm not picking you up. I don't feel like picking you up. I'm tired. I'm not going to be the guy to bring flowers or none of that stuff. I don't want to do none of that. No. But I will do this. Listen. You coming to see me? No, but I'll put you on a flight to get here, and I got you with the best accommodations. I got you the penthouse suite up there too. You listen. Stay over there. I'll see you on Saturday. I'll fly you back out on Sunday. And I got the room is gonna be booked till Monday so that you can get a late flight, so that you ain't gotta ask for a late checkout. Y'all don't know about that shit. You don't know nothing about that. Every room that I book, every hotel that I get, anybody that come and see me, the room is for 2 days after they schedule to leave, just in case their flight is delayed or just in case they got a late flight. We don't do late checkouts. We just book it for the extra days. And that way they comfortable. I say, hey, listen, don't worry about it. Anything you need, just go ahead and put it on the room. Get whatever. You don't know about that player shit, nigga, because you so focused penny pinching. It's too much for you. Still trying to put your bags inside of the spirit container to make sure that you can save on fees. You got to pack tight. Wearing the same shirt for 3 days straight because it wouldn't fit in your bag. You don't want to pay no extra fees. That's your life. That's your life. That's not my life. I was never ordained for that. God said it's greater for Anton. Anyways, let's get on. I'm sorry. Welcome to my TED Talk. That's why TED Talk don't want me to do a TED Talk, because I'm going to be up there cussing people out. Hey, man, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you over there? Anyways, what we got going on over here? No Dusties. No dust. This is a no Dusty show. Let's see if I can switch that over. You know me, I got to get the premium account. Got to do the premium account. Can't do nothing but that one. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, let's go over to outside of Detroit. This is an interesting story that I wanted to share with y'all. Oh, well, let me read the super chats, folks. You be seeing the crane operators climb to the top of the crane. Yep, they go right up through it. They back out there now. They're back out there. They're starting to get themselves together. Shout out to 392Q. Just Christian says, imagine telling a woman not only does she have to work, but he could make 5 times more money by himself, but he chooses not to. That box is going to drive like the Sahara Desert. Facts. Or she just going to bust it down for a real one. 392Q says, 80, I went to his TikTok page and he just doubled up on that video saying men have a better understanding of money. People are cooking him. Yeah, I'll do another review video to it. CK says, what up to CK? Says, good morning, Anton, and the Chasers just crossed 100,000 net worth today. Shout out to you, big dog. Says, after finding you in 2021 and starting negative 50 in the hole, God bless you for showing up every day and steering us in the right direction. Shout out to, see that? See the ballers in the chat? See the niggas that's running up a bag? Mr. Lott said, dude in the video was definitely doing room 9 math, but I have a question. How do we manage not caring about a woman's income if she holds a large amount of debt? Don't even get into it, bro. Listen, if a woman is in a lot of debt, do not, under any circumstances, get married to her. Let that chick be. That is a red flag. That is a bigger red flag. That's almost neck and neck with dealing with a woman that's a single mother. Do we work until we have the income to pay it off for her, or do we? No, don't do it. That is her responsibility to be a strong adult. Do not, listen, it's these chicks out here with $200,000 in student loans, recreational use only, okay? Recreational use only. Some of y'all get so caught up emotionally that you start thinking that you can do it for her. Recreational use only, bro, okay? Do not, under any circumstance, take care of something that came before you. That is her responsibility. That is not yours. I wouldn't advocate for a woman to get in a relationship with a man that's got back child support either. You know why? Because the minute that she marries him, she then becomes responsible because they are now one. I would never advocate for a woman to become to marry a man that has back child support, because they both gonna get hit as a result of it. A woman that cannot take care of herself, that does not have herself together, do not marry her. You are not equally yoked. Okay? I'm gonna keep it funky on both sides. Market J says, we really be having real conversations on this channel. I'm 21 and none of my family members got the mindset like AD and my friends and the bag chasers. I guess that's my family and I are in two different tax brackets. Your family is the people that's going in the same direction with you. Dre with the K says, I used to make 50K working 45 hours a week 2 years ago. I was complacent with it and always home. Now I work 100 hours a week and I'm clearing 150 bands this year. Give me money because everything else around me is way easier. Y'all know it. Y'all getting it. Eric Ishmael says, my relationship has lasted longer than some of my friends' marriage and we only see each other 3 times a week. Finally, I'm going to give y'all the sauce. I want those problems, says Kwame. Shaq Diesel says, AD, I'm looking at my brokerage account right now. Bag chasers, up. Finally caught the millionaire derailment. Show live. Carrington says, Anton Jazz from After Hours is a star. Let's get her a promotion with Anton Daniels Network. Jazz from the Q show. We'll see. Carrington said, a man has a duty to God to become a master skilled tradesman and to continue growing and becoming prosperous with that skill for his family. I was the top of my high school class. No curriculum is hard. Shout out to you, Carrington. All right, y'all. I want to share this story. I'm going to continue to read super chats throughout the show. James Watt says, salute AD and bag chasers and my Project Pat boys. Don't save her. Don't you do it. Y'all are compelled, and I understand. Listen, a woman that is in debt, a woman that is trying to get that student loan paid off, a woman that's trying to make her rent for the month, she gonna fuck like her life depend on it. I'm sorry, am I being a little bit too candid? A woman that is trying to get out, that got to make that student loan payment every month, she got to make that $1,200 student loan payment. She know you a winner. A woman that she know that rent is due every month and she keep trying to borrow money from her mama, nigga, she gon' fuck like her life depend on it. Nigga, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, nigga. What you think, that her goal was to get out of debt by paying that off for the next 10 years? She looking for a sponsor. She trying to figure out how she can get some relief. She was one step away from doing fraud. She was one step away from doing tax fraud. And you here. You here. You the savior in her mind. Don't you fall for it. Don't you fall for it. You're going to be in love and she going to be out of debt. And that's going to be the end of it. Anyways, let's continue on with the show. No, everybody don't have debt, K. Cooper. No, we don't. Everybody don't have debt, K. Cooper. Don't you believe that? That's not true. It's a lot of us out here that's winning. Let me share my screen with y'all because I want to get into this show. I got a little bit derailed. Don't worry about it. Let me see. Allow. No, I got to stop that. I don't want to do that. Cancel. I'm using a different browser because allow. No, I don't want to share this window. What is going on with this? Present, share screen. Do I need to go on my system settings? What am I doing here? I hate using new browsers and stuff. Why is this not allowing for me to share this screen? All right, so this is what we'll do then. See if I can get it like this. It's too hard dealing with this stuff, man. I gotta sign in too. Allow. All right, let me see if I can share it now. Give me a second. Share screen. Share entire screen? Is that what we do? I just don't understand. I don't get it, bro. I'm so confused. Let me see if I can do something else. Give me a second. Enter studio. None of this software be right, bro. I'm about to throw this whole thing out the window in a minute because I don't understand it, bro. Use camera. Share screen. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. Accessibility? No, not accessibility. Not appearances. I don't like it. 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 Let me see if I can use a different browser. Give me a second. Anton. They messing up my vibe. 608-278. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm looking at right now. I can't believe that I can't display, control center. Because if I switch over to the other browser, it's not recognizing my camera, and it was doing the same thing down at the studio last night. It doesn't recognize my camera, the connected camera. I am aggravated, bro. I am very aggravated right now. Allow. None of this shit is working, bro. It's fucking up what I got going on, and I don't like it. I don't know how to fix this. It's not letting me share my screen, and I don't know how to fix this. Y'all got jokes now, huh? Allow. You know what? I'm about to cancel this shit and just do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do a makeup. Maybe I'll do a makeup show on Saturday or something. But I'm aggravated. I do. When I use my Google browser, it doesn't recognize my camera. We're not gonna end the show. We're gonna pivot for a second. I'm gonna switch over. We just gonna have to use a trash ass camera. I have to use the computer camera. We're not gonna end this. I'm gonna do my goddamn show. Give me 2 minutes. We're just gonna switch over. Fuck it. All right, let's get to it. So we just gonna have to share it because my other camera is not messing up. It's for whatever reason. I don't like this camera, but we just gonna continue on with the show. So let me go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna share this screen with y'all, and we're gonna keep it rocking. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get it.
One teenager is dead, another in the hospital after a homeowner allegedly caught them breaking into his garage. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rupert.
And I'm Mimi Lang. The teens shot in White Lake early this morning were reportedly part of a larger group on the man's property. Fox 2's Scott Wolchak has the latest from police.
A total of 7 shots fired at 7 teens. One of the teenagers died on the way to the hospital and was found here just a street away on Halfpenny and Commerce. A second teen was also hurt. The other 5 scattered after the shooting.
People thought it was fireworks. No dogs went off. Nobody woke up. Nobody knew nothing.
White Lake Township Police say the group of teens triggered security cameras in this garage on Mandan Drive after midnight. The homeowner took defense into his own hands.
No, he actually, did injure one of them, which is good. Get off my lawn kind of thing.
Brandy is a neighbor who caught the shooting on camera, but only wanted to share the audio. She says this garage has been broken into 3 times in the past year.
I hope you all get caught. And I hope that the injury hurts for a while.
We don't know what brought them there.
Police searching for
Commerce area is not an area. Why is my mic still being unplugged? Make sure that this is right. All right, yeah, we good. The White Lake Commerce area is not a liberal area. It is an area where they're not fucking around. And so they will absolutely, positively kill you. They will absolutely, positively take you out. They is not messing around over there. And if you go over there and you keep trying to break into people's places, and a lot of times people go back and they try to hit it over and over again, then they will take your life. They will 100% kill you. 100%. And so when you seen that lady and she said what she said, am I muted? Y'all saying that I'm muted? When y'all hear people say, listen, if you try to break into my crib, we are going to 100% take your life. They mean it. They not messing around. They not messing around over there. And so Michigan is a state. It's not like New York. It's not like California. It's not like one of those super liberal states. It's not totally blue. It is a swing state. But most of the time we vote red. If you find yourself and your kids, if you can't control your teenagers and you cannot control your kids, then you will be putting them on a t-shirt and complaining about the fact that they wasn't there. They said that it was 7 of them and they hit 1. I wonder if that 1 is in the hospital right now. They said it was 7 of them and they hit 1. I wonder if that 1 is in a hospital. She said it. She said good.
On Mandan Drive after midnight, the homeowner took defense into his own hands.
No, he actually, did injure one of them, which is good.
White people don't care. Listen. Y'all used to doing what y'all want to do in the places that y'all want to do it, and they not playing around with y'all. They are not playing around with y'all. They will absolutely take your head off if you are breaking into somebody else's property. You are going to fuck around and find out. They not playing no games with y'all.
Get off my lawn kind of thing.
Brandy is a neighbor who caught the shooting on camera, but only wanted to share the audio. She says this garage has been broken into 3 times in the past year.
I hope you all get caught. and hope that the injury hurts for a while.
We don't know what brought them there.
Police searching for answers as the investigation unfolds and have one 18-year-old and one minor in custody, looking for anyone else involved.
The randomness of it, just it's an unfortunate incident. We don't want this kind of thing to happen, so we're gonna work to bring it to a close, and we just ask that people stay safe.
The homeowner has spoken with investigators. It'll be up to the prosecutor whether there will be charges or if this shooting was justified.
You see that American Jeep right there from the White Lake Township Police? They don't support criminals over there. They not messing around with y'all over there. I know that, a lot of people like to protest. They like to all, get together and whatever like that. And so a lot of people is trying to put questions on the self-defense aspect of it. Why y'all not putting questions on whether or not those kids, or they're not even kids. Some of them people is 18. Why y'all not putting questions on the people that's breaking into the homes?
New questions tonight after a deadly shooting in White Lake Township. Police say a teenager is dead and another is in the hospital after they were shot by a homeowner during an attempted break-in. Police say the teens were part of a group of young adults who tried to enter that homeowner's detached garage.
Authorities say the homeowner fired several shots at the group. It begs the question, did the homeowner have the right to open fire? CBS News Detroit's Heath Kalb is getting answers for us tonight. Heath, you spoke with a firearms instructor who's also a Washtenaw County Sheriff's deputy. What did he have to say?
Shannon Terrence, police say 2 people have been taken into custody for breaking into that garage, but they are still looking for the other suspects from the break-in. As for that homeowner, many are now wondering if he was in his rights to fire his weapon during the robbery.
7 individuals had broke into a detached garage at a residence. The homeowner was alerted through his surveillance system, at which point the homeowner came out and confronted the individuals.
The White Lake Township homeowner eventually shot at the group of young adults who had broken into his garage, with one 17-year-old ultimately succumbing to their injuries. And now as law enforcement looks into who these 7 individuals are, prosecutors will have to decide whether or not the homeowner was within their rights.
A lot of times people succumb to their injuries because they are afraid to go and get help and go to the hospital because they should have never went to the place and broke in the first place. And so usually what will happen is people will be in a group and they all together and they in there doing stuff that they're not supposed to do. A lot of times the person that got shot will be influenced by other people because they don't want them to get into a situation, or they don't want them to snitch, or they don't want to be a part of this whole situation. And so now everything compounds on top of each other, right? People will do something bad, and then a bad decision will beget another bad decision, or beget another bad decision, and it'll just compound and it'll get worse. It's almost like a lie, right? When you do something bad, it's similar to a lie, because instead of you just releasing yourself and telling the truth, what you'll do is you'll create another lie to cover that lie, which you then have to create another lie, and then you got 1,000 different lies. And what happens is you don't have any credibility once people wind up finding out that you're not what you were supposed, you didn't do what you said you was going to do. And so now you lose all credibility whatsoever, and the situation becomes exponentially worse. When you get a lie and then you start implicating other people, right? Let's say you out there and you messing with a little hoe, right? A little hussy. We used to call them tramps or yamps. We used to call them yamps back in the day. Let's say you messing with a little yamp, right? And you go out there, you mess with her, and you get yourself in a situation. And so now you got to get your homeboy included, and you got to get your homeboy to cover for you. Hey man, say I was at your house, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And so she don't believe you or whatever, but then she go, the chicks start getting belligerent, right? And instead of you being able to cut her off, now you got to make sure that she stay quiet, because she not doing what she's supposed to do either, right? Hey man, don't tell my wife, don't tell my chick, or whatever, so on and so forth. And so now another lie begets another lie, and then she wind up giving you a disease. And so when you finally get to it, it's like, you know what? I can't trust you. It's one thing to do something wrong. It's one thing to make a mistake. It's another thing to make it exponentially worse. Now you got that nigga involved, and he looking stupid, and now she trying to make sure that listen, we just gonna keep this. We gonna keep it a buck. We just gonna keep it above board. I'm not gonna put myself in this situation in the first place. I don't even like you like that. You got baby hairs on your head. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times lies compound lies and it makes the situation worse than it really is. Real talk. Real talk. And so these kids should have never been at that property. If you want to protect your children, don't have them breaking into other people's houses. If you want to protect your kids, if because I see some people and they like, oh, it's because they're racist. If you're saying, for example, because they're racist, because I couldn't put it up on the screen simply because I don't acknowledge people that don't have profile photos, right? If you're saying because it's racist, then that means that you're automatically assuming that the people are a criminal. Because they never see, that's how y'all tell on yourselves about how fucked up the culture is. Somebody said, I think his name was Marcus or something like that, said it's because they're racist. So you're assuming that the homeowner is white, A, and you're also assuming that the criminals are black. And they never even said what the race of the homeowner was or what the race of the criminals were. So that tells me that you understand that the culture is so messed up that we now have to automatically assume, look at Marcus, there he is, that we have to automatically assume that it was black people breaking into white people's property. You're the only person that's a racist. And as a matter of fact, the culture should be disappointed in you in that you automatically assume that it was black people. We never said nothing about black. We never said nothing about white. I will tell you that the overwhelming majority of the population in White Lake and Commerce Township is not even black. It's not even black. It's mostly white. If I had to assume based off of what I know, because I built houses over in White Lake, I got houses going up in Commerce. If I had to assume who the people are that wind up getting shot, I would tell you that it's probably white people. I would almost guarantee you that the person that broke into that home or the person that probably got shot, if I had to bet money on it, I would tell you that it was a white person. Because most of the people, overwhelmingly, most of the people that live in White Lake and Commerce are white people. And that's how I know that y'all not even doing what y'all supposed to do, because you automatically assumed that it was a black person that broke it down in order to try to accuse somebody else of being racist when they're the ones that's getting their homes broken into. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy how y'all tell on yourselves, how you hate yourself, that you it's literally exposing the hate within yourself. You assumed that the person was black and don't even know. You assumed that the person was black and don't even know, but then you automatically basically painted yourself into a corner to say that you were fucking degenerate. I never mentioned nothing about race whatsoever. I said, if you want to keep your kids safe and if you want them to stop doing stuff that they're not supposed to do, you need to keep them at home. We never mention race. We never mention culture. We never mention any of that. This is how you know that people don't even like themselves. You assumed, nobody else did. D-Staff, let me tell you something. D-Staff says Anton can be doing a lot more for others right now. Instead, he's talking about, bro, fuck you. I don't owe nobody nothing. I didn't invest it in too many businesses, helped too many people, gave away too much money. Bro, why do broke niggas always try to count other people's money? Why do broke people always try to have other people do stuff with their money, but they don't do nothing? If you want to help, if you want to do something for somebody, then do it. I'm so tired of broke people telling me what I should do with my money. Why are broke people telling me what I should do with my money? This nigga been on me for like 3 days. Hey man, why don't you go down to Texas? Man, I'm not helping nobody in Texas. Fuck Texas. I got people that I'm helping right here in Michigan. I help people in my bag chasers. Suck my dick. Real talk. The next time that your chick give me some head, then I'll donate $30 over the niggas in Texas. Matter of fact, I'll make it $39.99. How about that? Help me, because in order for me to feel at peace and at ease, she gonna have to kiss the tip, and then I'll send some money down to Texas. How about that? If you can listen, if she can help me, I can help more people. If she can help me, I can help more people. If you're not willing to sacrifice the little that you have, the girl that if you're not willing to sacrifice, because you don't got no money, so the only thing that we can go off of is whatever assets is around you. The only assets that you got is the chick that you're probably dealing with. And if she not willing to bust it down for a real one, if she not giving me something, I'm not giving out nobody else nothing no more. I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
To use a firearm.
You do have the right to protect your life. And I just hope that it doesn't come to that.
I spoke with Thomas Gines, a CPL instructor and deputy with the Washtenaw County Sheriff Department, who says it's important for every gun owner to understand the laws about when you can and cannot legally use your firearm in the state.
There's only 4 times in the state of Michigan in which you can legally shoot someone. That's great bodily harm or death to self, and the defense of another, trying to prevent great bodily harm or death to another, criminal sexual conduct, and kidnapping. That's it.
In Michigan, gun owners are allowed to use force to defend themselves or others if you feel threatened. Gines says creates a gray area for situations like this one in White Lake Township early Tuesday.
In the state of Michigan, we had the stand your ground and castle doctrine, which basically means that as long as I'm legally occupying whatever space that I'm in, and for whatever reason, some level of threat comes to me that meets the metric that I just spoke of, I'm legally able to defend myself from that threat.
This case will now be forwarded to the Oakland County prosecutors.
So we stand against in here in Michigan, in these Oakland County streets. We don't stand for people being able to go on other people's property. And if the Oakland County prosecutor decide that they want to prosecute, then we will definitely put them at the front of the congregation. And I will be using all of my platform in order to bring visibility to who they are. But I doubt it. The Oakland County prosecutor, I believe, is pretty good with handling situations like this. So, AD, how effective is these new YouTube rules as being implemented on July 15th? I don't know about no new YouTube rules as being implemented on July 15th. What's the new YouTube rules? What's the new YouTube rules? New YouTube rules, July 15th. Here, let's do it like this. YouTube rules July 15th. Let's read it. Let's go into it. Effective July 15th. YouTube is implementing changes to its monetization policies within the YouTube Partner Program to address mass-produced and repetitious content. The goal is to better identify and prevent such content from generating revenue and protect authentic creators. It goes on to say, mass-produced content, videos created in bulk with minimal human input, such as automated presentations, synthetic voices, and no personalized narrative, will face monetization restrictions. All right, so what that basically means is, I think that this is to rein in AI, and it's to rein in people that don't actually create content. But a lot of these people, like I'll give you somebody for example, Jason Derulo, right? Jason Derulo likes to create. He'll pirate somebody else's stuff. Like he'll take somebody's video off of TikTok or something that goes viral, and then he'll put his little logo at the bottom, or he put his little face at the bottom and be like, "Huh?" And then that'd be the end of it. They don't give no commentary. They don't say anything about it. They're not actually transforming the video. But, he's faced a lot of backlash, for example, for that. And so what they do is a lot of times content creators will do that. What they'll also use is people are starting to leverage AI to do faceless content or to automate or to narrate the video. And so what YouTube is basically doing is that they're cracking down on content to make sure that not only are creators protected, but the integrity of the platform is protected. So people just finessing and mass producing stuff and not necessarily actually having any commentary or conversations or reactions and stealing people's stuff and not giving them credit. YouTube is basically saying that we cracking down on that. All right. So I don't have a problem with that. Repetitious content. Repetitious content, videos that reuse format, script styles without offering distinctive values such as reaction mashups, compilations with minimal editing will be affected. So if you're just taking people's stuff and reposting it and not putting actual real reaction, commentary, whatever, so on and so forth. If y'all just take stuff and then a lot of times they'll take movie scripts, they'll take people that did stuff and then they'll put some letters at it, and then they'll either add some music behind it or they'll switch it over and stuff like that. They'll reverse the image or reverse the video in order to get it off. Then you will absolutely face content. I don't have a problem with that. Let's see what else. Content using third-party material, content borrowed from other sources must be significantly altered and considered original. That's not anything new. They've always been implementing that. YouTube has always had a fair use policy that basically, if you are basically taking the content and reacting to it, if you are taking the content, like for example, what we're doing right here, we played a video about what happened in White Lake. We had some conversations about it. We talking about it. We adding our own commentary or whatever. The video is significantly transformed. If somebody just takes somebody else's stuff and then just reposted it, even if it's from another platform, then you will face monetization problems. Repetitive content serving a purpose. Repetitive content must serve a purpose beyond simply gaining views, such as being entertaining, educational, or qualify for monetization. So basically, I don't see anything problematic in this. I don't see anything problematic in any of this type of stuff. So anybody that's not actually creating content, that's not using their own voices, that's not significantly altering it in a way that is actually entertaining for other people, but you just taking other people's stuff and you reposting it, or you using AI to just do an automated voice or something like that, or you think that you're going to just depend on AI 100% of the time, you're going to have problems. I don't see anything wrong with anything that YouTube is doing. You're gonna have to actually work. You can't, pirate other people's stuff. You can't just switch it up. I see people that is taking some of my content and they don't have no commentary. They'll put up a big blooper in the middle of it and say, "Whoa, this happened," or something like that, or it'll cut away and say, "Ah," or something like that, and then they just keep on playing a whole goddamn clip. And I'm like, how are you able to do that? That's not reactionary. It's not significantly transformed. It's not any of that type of stuff. I don't trip about it because I'm not chasing down small. I don't have the time to be chasing down a little small stuff or whatever like that. But people significantly steal other people's stuff, and they'll put a. Lately, this is what they've been doing. They've been doing this for years. So they'll take your whole clip and they'll do a thing like they'll put it in the background. So matter of fact, I'll show you something. I'll show you something of something that people do. I'm not going to use myself because I don't want to dig into that. I don't want to even get into that. But I'm gonna give you an example. Give me a second. Give me a second. So, for example, if Dwight Howard, I actually caught this last night, and this is why I can remember it right away. Dwight Howard, we was talking about Dwight Howard last night, and Dwight Howard recently appeared on Patrick Bet-David. Right now, if somebody was to go and look at that and they would say, okay, well, I want to talk about, or I want to play a clip of Dwight Howard talking to Patrick Bet-David, and then we're going to have a conversation about it, or we're going to debate about it, or whatever. That's significantly transformed. If you look at this one, there's one that's got Valuetainment. That's Patrick Bet-David. PBD Podcast. That's Patrick Bet-David. That's all of his own stuff, right? Now, if you go to this channel, whoever this Just Spill is, or NBA Sound Bites, and they think that just because, well, NBA Spill is actually doing a reaction video to it. So if you go to this one,
entertainment stuff where the market is like, is Dwight Howard straight?
That's right.
Okay,
I had
like,
just been saying things like that. So
and then if you came out today and you,
I don't know if
so I had this amount to do. So
Dwight Howard is that we cleared.
Podcast with Patrick Bet-David. There's so many clips because, like I said,
I don't know if this qualifies or not, but it seems like this qualifies to actually get monetized because he's actually making a commentary to it. But him just sitting in the bottom of the corner is one thing. Now, if you go to this other one right here that says NBA Soundbite,
and you've done stuff where
look at what they did. So they basically did the same thing that they be doing to Joe Rogan's podcast. So a lot of times they'll take clips from Joe Rogan. They don't necessarily react to it. They don't say anything about it. And they'll take a clip and then they'll put a background to it. They might even put some music. They don't make it really long. And then it's able to get past and historically. And so then they're able to just play it like
and I was with the Rockets, and one of my teammates was Isaiah Cannon. And so
this is not something that people should be able to get monetized on. You shouldn't be able to lift somebody else's stuff and just put it on a theater screen and then say, well, it's significantly transformed. This is something that we should be able to monetize off of. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And people, instead of them just doing the right thing, they skirt the rules, they change stuff, and they modify it slightly. And then this is the reason why everything starts to get a little bit muddy. And so what YouTube is basically doing is going in and they making clarifications while at the same time putting restrictions on AI. You can't just use AI. You can't just go to VO3 or ChatGPT and generate some clips and put it together and think that that's the end of it. No, you can use some AI. For example, if you create some commentary or you do some stuff and then you want to go, instead of going out and shooting B-roll footage, you can have it as an illustration in the back as B-roll footage for 8 seconds here and then 10 seconds here or whatever, so on and so forth. Then that's one thing. But people that are basically clip farming and just throwing some words or throwing some stuff, I see that junk all the time. I see it in shorts. People steal people's whole shorts, be having millions of views on them shorts, and it ain't even close to their stuff. Or what I've seen on TikTok and what I've seen also on YouTube is people will take a clip, and tell me if y'all seen this one. People will take a clip, and on one side, they'll have some Chinese man doing something, or they'll have some video game footage of somebody driving a car at the bottom of it. And then at the top of it, or they'll have a ball bouncing around at the bottom of the video or on the side of it. And then on the top of it, it'll actually have the clip with the person talking. And it'll have some slight modification to the audio. And that way they can get it through the system. They can get it through the automatic system in order to have it be able to shown to y'all. And then they monetize it and they make a bunch of money off of it. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to do that because you're not actually significantly transforming the video by giving your own commentary, by having a conversation about it, by you saying what it is that you think about it or whatever. I had to have some people take some of my stuff down because they just took the whole video and just posted it. They would take a Charleston clip, Charleston clip, and just post it. And they don't actually have no commentary. They don't. Now, people that react to my stuff that say, oh man, I don't necessarily agree with this or whatever, that's cool. I had no problem with that whatsoever because now you're actually giving your own reaction, your own commentary. You're significantly transforming the video. And so that is something that is yours. You can monetize it, but it also brings visibility to what we got going on. And even me, I always like to give credit to the content creators. I say it at the end of almost every video. I link back to their stuff so that they can get visibility, even if they don't agree with me. and people be feeling some type of way about it, but we playing by the rules. You said something, we got thoughts on it, we want to have a conversation about it, and we're going to continue to rock out with it. I think that YouTube is really doing the right thing and getting ahead of it. They're not waiting until AI completely up in the industry. They're not letting people just continuing to turn it over and mess it up. And so people that were dependent on that and they was using that in order to run up a bag, now they're going to be fucked up. They're going to see their monetization go significantly down or go away. And they're not going to actually get no visibility and no traction with regard to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really, really good thing. Yep, you're right. You've seen a video where it was a racing game and the guy was going everywhere like crazy and driving in the background was the audio of a comedian or a prank call. They steal. They stealing. They stealing 100% of the time. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of faceless channels either like that. I'm not a fan of faceless channels. I need to see who it is and what it is going on. I don't like it. I don't even like the rate. It's so dumb. Like I've seen videos or channels like Ricky Smiley or something like that, right? What Ricky Smiley do, and this is not nothing wrong with it. I think that it's cool because he's not actually breaking the YouTube rules. But what y'all want to know why some people do faceless channels? Not Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley just do the radio version of it. And it's like, don't nobody want to hear no radio. The reason why we're looking at audio is because, looking at YouTube is because we want to actually see the person that's having a conversation. There's some people, not Ricky Smiley, but there's other people that I've heard. I don't know this definitively. I can't prove it to you. I'm not that into the history of certain people. There are certain people that have faceless channels because they already got kicked off of YouTube. And if YouTube was to actually see who they are, once you get kicked off YouTube, you kicked off forever, supposedly. And so what happens is a lot of times people that said some shit or did some stuff, but they still want to get on the platform because they don't know no other way in order to continue to monetize, they'll create a faceless channel. That's why I don't talk to people that got, you know what I'm saying, faceless channels, because I want you to show yourself. Yep. People have created faceless channels on YouTube because they then got kicked off or something like that. And they trying to find a way to get back on the platform. So they may change their name and they only show their voice or something like that. And so that's the way that they trying to get around it, because at first everybody acting like, oh, I don't need YouTube. No, I need YouTube. I want YouTube. I need YouTube. YouTube has paid me so much goddamn money. It's no way that I don't want YouTube. 100%. 100%. I want YouTube. YouTube. Listen, I love YouTube. YouTube is always going to be king for me. I don't know what everybody else talking about. I don't know all of this pride, this ego. No, man, I don't care, man. I remember when during COVID, people was like, man, you stand up to that shit. You should talk about it. Don't say the jab, actually say it. Nigga, suck my dick, nigga. You crazy. I'm not about to give up 200 bands a month. I'm not about to give up 150, 120, 100, whatever it is. And here's the thing. I'm not even looking at what I'm making right now. I'm looking at future earnings. Bruh, we can get to a point to where we cracking $1 million a month if we really stay focused. In 4 or 5 years is no reason why we should not be cracking $1 million a month. You think I'm about to not crack $1 million a month because you want me to say something and you gonna turn on me in 3 months anyway and say that you don't fuck with me anyway? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, we getting this money. We gonna get this money. We gonna get this money. What YouTube say? We can't say that? All right, listen. We gonna stripe. We not saying that. We not doing that. YouTube don't like it. So, know what you talking about, man? We trying to get $1 million a month. Nobody trying to be standing up with y'all. All of them people that was talking all of that stuff, all of that blackity black shit, they ain't even around no more. These niggas gave up their channel. They broke. They done. All of that. See, look, Blue Wings of Rebellion. He ain't even got it. That ain't even his real picture. Niggas, It's always the people that don't even show themselves. They scared to put their own picture up, but then they'll tell you that you ain't got no dignity. You right. You right. No dignity whatsoever. But my chick just got off a first class flight. My chick just got off a first class flight. No dignity at all. Got on the plane first, got off the plane first. Them 12 cars in the driveway say I ain't got no dignity. No dignity whatsoever. You right. You could keep your dignity, your dignity and your brokenness, and I'ma not have dignity as far as whatever it is that you feel like is important. And my daughter is gonna live this phenomenal life. You're right, no dignity. Guess what? All of the people that I live stream with, they all get paychecks. I bet you they ain't tripping about it. I don't always show my face. Yo, listen, if you're not willing to show your face, don't sit here and talk to me about dignity. Don't do it. I don't want to hear it. People don't even be putting they don't even use their real names. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know why. Y'all don't even know some of these content creators' real names. Y'all don't even know some of these content creators' real names. We don't even know some of these people in the chat. We don't know who these people are. Some of these people, we don't even know who they are. But they'll sit there and talk to you about your integrity. Nigga, who are you? Who are you? Then you see him in real life, teeth crooked, niggas looking dumb as fuck, and all of this stuff. Like, oh, okay, now I see why you wouldn't show your picture. Now I keep seeing why you keep saying, no, man, I'm going to join the Bag Chasers next year when I get myself together. Because you fucked up. You fucked up, bro. And you think that you can lose weight before you come and see us, and you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna lose the weight, nigga. You're not gonna get your teeth fixed. You're not gonna stop being broke. You're not gonna have your money up. You're not gonna do none of that, bro. Every year you keep saying, man, no, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. Nigga, I know you're not pulling up because you don't want us to see who you really look like. You don't want us to see what your life is really like. Ain't nothing that you gonna do any different this year than you did last year. And instead of you getting your ass kicked, and so we can kick you in the ass and give you the jump start that you need so that you can get your life out here, get your life right, you keep telling us that we ain't got it together, but then you keep simping in the goddamn chat for all of the women and sending them DMs, which you don't think that we don't know. You don't think we know who you sending them? Nigga, I seen you talk shit about Molly, and then I seen the DM that you tried to find her, nigga. You contacted Quentin and said, hey man, you know Molly's profile information. Nigga, I know who you are. I seen you. I see you. I see you every day. I see you niggas all the time. Man, fuck Molly, man. She always talking that shit, man. She don't like black men. Hey, man, you know how to get in touch with Molly? Nah, nigga. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about it. Molly who? Molly who? Molly what? I don't know nothing about her. Man, Mika, man. Hey, man, you know how to get in touch with Mika? No, nigga, I don't know her. Mika who? Nigga, I don't even know. I don't know her real name. What's her name, nigga? I don't know. Niggas be capping, talking all of that shit. Hey man, you can't. Hey, can you hook a brother up? No, 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 no. And so I don't. That's why I don't get offended. I don't take these niggas serious, especially people with no profile photo. Ain't even seen them in real life. Don't know them. Niggas in a house all the time, talking all of this shit about what they got. Yeah, niggas, show me, show me, show me. I'll show you my receipts without even thinking about it. Show me. Show me. Don't tell me about integrity, nigga. Show me. Show me your real face. Show me your real name. Show me your real bank account. Niggas with no profile photos. Yeah, man, I bet you Anton wasn't getting no pussy. I know. You right. I agree. Nope, nothing. Never got nothing a day in my life. You don't want to show me your real name, nigga, because you know I can find you on Otis. I can pull up your record. That's why you keep being some weird name. So tasteful 79. Nigga, if your name is so tasteful 79, nigga, don't ever talk to me about, and you got no profile picture, nigga, don't ever talk to me about nothing. So anxious 92. Nigga, you don't want me to see you in that system. You don't want me to see you pull up your whole profile photo and see, nigga, you've been touching on people. You've been doing shit that you ain't supposed to do. And so that's what you keep on lying, nigga. You lying, nigga. I spent $250,000 Imagine what I make. I'm gonna keep stunting. This is Wednesday stunt show, nigga. I'm gonna keep on stunting on you all day long. You ain't never seen nobody that you can't fathom the idea that somebody could spend 100, 200, $250,000 a month every single month talking to me about integrity, nigga. You can't talk to me. You can't talk to me. Anton, help the people in Texas. No, people in Texas can't get $5 out of me. And I just spent $268,090.48 last month. I just spent 200 in June 2025. It says I spent $268,090.41. Bro, calm down. No matter how big you get, it's always going to be a bigger fish in the sea. You don't know one. You personally don't. I'm the biggest fish to you. Listen, there's levels, but you got to go through me to get to the next person. You don't know anybody personally that got more money than me. You don't know them. I'm the closest. Listen, you know how Brian Scalabrine, NBA player, said, nigga, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. I'm closer to Jeff Bezos than you are to me. So when you say it's bigger fish in the sea, but I'm your fish. I'm top dog in your life. That's it. This is the closest that you've ever got. This screen right here is the closest that you'll ever get to ever being at this level. That's it. I crush all dreams, nightmares, everything, nigga. I'm closer to Elon Musk than you are to me. I'm in the league. You not even in the league, nigga. You on the sidelines watching me. Who? What you talk? How you going? You a fan. You a fan. You a fan. You a fan. You a fan, nigga. I'm in the league. I'm in the league. You can't talk to me at all. So, I don't pay attention to niggas. I just stunt. I stunt my ass off. This is what you call crashing out? Let me show you crashing out. You want to crash out. See the Chase account right there? Let me show you something. The brokerage account will make you fucking throw up. Okay? The brokerage account will make you throw up. That's crashing right there, nigga. That right there. See that? That's crashing right there, bro. That's 1 month, my nigga. 1 month. You see that? That's not a year. That's a month. See that? See that at the top? It say June 2025. That's a month, bro. That's 1 month. That's it. That's crashing. Nigga, I'm in the league. I'm rich forever. Forever. And I'm not sending $13 to Texas, nigga. I'm not sending $13 to Texas. Dog, do you know what your girl would do to be in my presence, bro? Nigga, I don't give a fuck about what these niggas is saying. These niggas talking about Anton ain't no real millionaire. Nigga, I spent $1 million. Every month. That's my life every month. Quarter mil. That's my budget. My budget is $250,000 a month, bro. $250,000 a month. I'm closer to Jeff than you are to me. Nigga, get you a coaching call, nigga. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let's continue on with the show. You know what my daughter spends? Let me see something. Let's go all the way out. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. I see your voice look better.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me ask you a question. If you had to guess how much money you probably spend in a month, what do you think you spend? Be honest.
Probably about like 20.
20 what?
20,000.
20 what? Don't be shy now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
How much you spend in a month?
Like 20,000 probably.
Bye.
Bye.
And she be scared to say it sometimes. And she be laughing. Teach your kids humility. No, nigga, I'm teaching my kids to stunt. Stunt life. What we talking? Epstein conversation? We should go into the Epstein conversation. Let me stop. Because niggas is getting mad. They bothered by it. Now they upset. Now you got to explain to your girlfriend what happened, why Anton is always talking tough, all of that stuff. Now you mad, all of that. I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want you, because then you're going to start hitting on people. Then you're going to start hitting people. And we ain't on that. We don't want you to hit nobody. Nobody is advocating for you to be putting your hands on people. Because that's what happens when niggas get mad. And because when you get mad and your money ain't right, niggas start putting hands on people. So let's talk about this Epstein conversation, all right? Niggas want to start hitting their girls, hitting their women, and all of that stuff. Everything she say, it upsets you now. We ain't doing that. Leave her alone. She ain't did nothing to you. All she did was come home, and now you mad at her and you want to fight her. You want to beat her up. All right? People that don't got money, they fight a lot. All right, let's get into this Trump conversation with Epstein, and this is him taking reporters, him and Bondi, taking questions from reporters. Let's continue.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones was whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former labor secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of his death?
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
All right, so that is their explanation. Let me go over to, before I give my commentary and before I give my thoughts on the whole situation, I'm gonna go over to CNN really quickly because I want to get it from both lenses. I want to get it from all lenses, and I want to actually show this from all perspectives. And this is what CNN is saying about it.
This morning, outrage among the president's own supporters over how the Department of Justice is handling the so-called Jeffrey Epstein files. In a series of scathing posts on Twitter, longtime Trump ally, fierce supporter Laura Loomer called for the president to fire Attorney General Pam Bondi. This all happened after a memo released by the Department of Justice and the FBI this week said that accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide, confirmed that. The Attorney General also said there is no evidence that Epstein kept a, quote, client list, despite previously suggesting there would be some kind of bombshell. CNN's Elena Treen live at the White House this morning, where this just doesn't seem to be going away, Elena.
Yeah, John, and it's not just, people who are in the MAGA movement, in the president's base, and I will say there's many. It's not just Laura Loomer, but many other prominent people like Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, the list goes on, who have been really reeling from the drop of that memo that the Justice Department released on Sunday, essentially concluding, in their words, that Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide and that there's no so-called client list. But there's a lot of people as well inside the White House, the president's own officials, who are increasingly frustrated with how not just the Justice Department, but specifically Attorney General Pam Bondi has handled this. I mean, I spoke with one Trump advisor. They said that Bondi had bungled this case from the start by overpromising some of the findings that they were anticipating. Another advisor told me that this was a political nightmare, questioning why they released this at this point in time and the way in which they did it. Again, releasing this short memo and also leaking it to a certain media outlet. Look, part of these problems as well that adds to all of this is Bondi's own claim back in February when she was doing an interview with Fox News, where she said she had the client list on her desk for review. Now, she was pressed on some of these questions yesterday during the president's cabinet meeting and tried to argue that she was referring to the broader case. I want you to take a listen to both that interview, but also her response.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I was asked a question of
we just seen that.
Now, look, we talked to a lot of different people following Bondi's answer there yesterday in that cabinet room, who said essentially they are not satisfied by that answer, particularly given so many people in the MAGA movement, so many of the president's supporters, and including even some people in his own administration had previously argued that there was so much more to this case, particularly wanting to unearth potential accomplices to Jeffrey Epstein, not totally satisfied by this. Now, the president.
So here's my question, and here's what my thoughts are about this. All right. So first, let me start with my thoughts. My first thoughts are, I still stand on the idea that I do not personally believe, and this is just my thought being objective. I don't know what kind of evidence they got. I don't know what kind of conclusions that they're coming to. I don't believe that Jeffrey Epstein offed himself. That's just my own personal opinion. Argue with it, say whatever it is that you want to say about it. I do not believe that Epstein killed himself. All right. You will never convince me of it. Nobody can ever present evidence that says otherwise unless I actually seen somebody him do it himself and I seen the video of it. And even with AI now, I wouldn't believe the video. Nobody and absolutely nobody can ever convince me that Epstein killed himself. I will never believe it. And that is one of the reasons why, I love me, because I'm so objective and I'm not paid by anybody. So I can say what I really believe and what I really feel. I believe that I'm not really sure. Here's the thing that I'm questioning. All right. I'm not sure that there was an actual list, because why would anybody allow themselves to be put on a list? Why would anybody that is participating in this level of debauchery actually create a list? I don't even like text messages. Y'all seen that last night. So let's say hypothetically that there is a list, because I don't know at all. Okay. If the most powerful people, some of the most powerful people in the world, is on this list, what makes you think that they would ever let this get out? I've seen people do more for less. I've seen people get off for less, way less. What makes you think that they would ever, and I'm talking about the people that could possibly be on the list, because some people will say, well, maybe Trump on. No, I don't believe that, because the one thing that we've seen, the one thing that we know for sure is that the Biden administration, Kamala Harris, and everybody else, if there was one target that they really wanted, I mean, they tried everything. They tried to get him in New York. They tried to get him in Florida. They tried to get him with Fonnie Willis down there in Fulton County. They tried to get Trump in every way possible. If Trump was on, if they had something on him, do you not think that they would have released that during the Biden administration? So do I think that there is some funny business going on with the list? Or do I think that there's some funny business in that he offed himself, or that people, is doing whatever it is that they can in order to prevent him from, in order to prevent Jeffrey Epstein from ever saying anything or whatever? 100%. 100%. Is there probably some government officials from other countries and stuff probably on the list? Probably. I 100% probably would bet my money on it. If you said either bet it or die, I'm going to bet it. Right? But here's the other part of the conversation, and this is the third part that I'm asking my questions on. So we have flooding in Texas, big, beautiful bill, immigrants, wars, Ukraine, trade wars, tariffs, all of this stuff, Japan, Canada negotiations, Israel, all of this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out, because I'm going to tell you what I really care about. People are so focused on this instead of all of the world issues and the problems and the stuff that's happening in your own city. I've seen people put more energy into this than some of the fucked up stuff that they got going on in their own city. So what I'm trying to understand is, because do I think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? No, I don't. You'll never convince me of it. Do I think that there's some very, very powerful people in the world that wants to ensure that this never sees the light of day? 100%. Do I care? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Do I care? No. How would this actually change my life? What does this do for me if this was to ever be a thing? I don't give a fuck, honestly. And it's, truly, because I had to work myself up to even have a conversation about this, because I never reviewed the videos. I never seen Pam Bondi or anything talking about it before I actually reviewed it live with you guys because I just truly didn't even I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And maybe I should. I guess I should care about everything political. This is not one of them for me. I don't. Once I seen Jeffrey Epstein somehow, some way came up dead inside of his prison cell, I said, oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. Somebody said it's for the protection of children. Miss me with that bullshit because if y'all really cared about children, then y'all wouldn't be protesting against illegal migrants getting trafficked into the United States of America because there's hundreds of thousands of them missing. When y'all start caring about the kids? When did y'all start caring about people? Nobody cares about those missing kids that got trafficked over here. But all of a sudden, y'all care about some other kids. When y'all start caring about kids? When they say, listen, when Tom Homan said we need to go and hunt for all of these kids that are missing and we need to find out what the fuck is going on, y'all never held Biden accountable for that. Y'all never said that Kamala Harris need to be held accountable for that. Y'all never said any of that. So when did y'all start caring about kids, or are y'all just making up a fake narrative so you can justify whatever it is that you want to think and feel about a situation? When did y'all care about that? Tom Homan said it's 300,000 kids and we need funding to go and find out what the fuck happened to them. And y'all didn't say shit. They've been trafficking kids over and across the border for 4 fucking years during the Biden administration, and y'all never seen none of them get missing. There was busloads of men just automatically appearing at the bus stop, but there was a whole lot of women and children that was along with them. Everybody became missing and nobody tripped about it. Y'all didn't care about it when it was happening in real time, and all of a sudden you want to say, oh, I want to see it. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't care about nothing. Y'all don't care about this is about the kids. Shut the fuck up. You don't even care about your own kid. You told your baby mama that you never wanted to see the kid again and you're going to go make another family. Now you care about kids. The same person, some of these same people, I remember you in the chat. You said, fuck them kids. Don't fight for your kids. If she want to keep making it difficult, I can go and make another family. And now you talking about, but it's for the kids. When you start caring about kids, you don't even care about your own kid. You don't care about your own kid. Listen, you're never gonna get the list. Get over it, my nigga. It's some corrupt motherfucking government shit that happen every single day. I don't have to agree with it, but I know it ain't gonna be a reality. Nigga, they bombing villages in some remote place where niggas sitting over there pissing somebody off, and we for $100 million payment. Nigga, it's some stuff that we just ain't ever gonna know. Y'all can keep on protesting for this shit. I'm not wasting my time on this. Boy, it's the government is corrupt. When has that ever not been a thing? We just trying to make it a little less corrupt by making sure that we try to vote the right people in based off of the little bit of information that we have. Nigga, you not getting the list. You ain't got it. You didn't get it in 2015. You ain't get it in 2016. You ain't get it in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and you're not going to get it in 25. Get over that shit. It'll be a new, big something that goes viral tomorrow about some other motherfucker that get thrown over, you know what I'm saying, that did some dumb shit that they trying to trump up a case on so you can forget about this. That's what's going to happen. Next week, we won't even care about it. It's going to be something new that comes up. If you want stuff to go away, you just got to keep talking about something else. So that sounds like you might be on the list. Yo, bitch on the list, nigga. She on my list. But Anton, Trump campaigned on it. Okay. Nigga, what you want me to do about it? What would you like for me to do about it? How would you like for me to handle it? How would you like for me to handle it? You want me to call him? Hey, is Trump there? Hey man, tell him to release the list. What you want me to do? I gave my opinion on it. I'm a content creator. How would you like for me to handle it going forward? Huh? What do you want me to do? How would you like for me to deal with this? You know what I'm saying? I talked about it. Is there anything else that you would like for me to cover it? They said probably looking for Candace Owens. So, no, Candace Owens is Candace Owens. Candace Owens do her own style. Candace Owens is chasing Macron's wife to try to figure out whether or not she got a dick or not. Like, she got her thing. I got, like, I don't know what else y'all want me to do. You want me to go chase him down? Like, I don't know. Let me read some of these super chat. Yeah, they was looking for Puffy's list too. I agree. Salute AD and the bag chasers and my Project Pat voice. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's a fact. Carrington Love Jr. says, you write about girls in debt. The nurse that I'm dating has a $500,000 new mortgage and student loans, and she will walk out the shower with fresh lingerie midday. She F like a rabbit. Crazy how this compares to the YN shootout the other day. Other cultures and groups don't tolerate that BS. Mina S says, why do men depend on wives' income rather than earning a provider's wage before family life? In my Pakistani culture, men must be financially ready. Man, it's an American thing. We soft over here, bro. We soft as hell over here. Anton, if you ever in the Millionaire Morning Show over a camera option, I'm gonna fly to Detroit and flip the table. Freestyle is sufficient. Poor Legacy says pocket watching. Chris Cunningham says AD leave Texas alone. Management. D staff having a Malik moment, says 392Q. That studio cat says love from New Mexico, my bro. Bank account on 10 bands, but we getting the more. Fact. Get that money, bro. I love it when people get money. Y'all got AD started again, says Jerry. No, I'm chilling. Bitcoin Brown says AD. I have a family member that makes a couple grand monthly from YouTube clipping. Will this new update affect him? If he did it the way that they saying it, yeah, it probably will affect him. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. 100% it will affect him. If he's not doing it the way that and seriously creating new content and transforming the content significantly to be reactionary, entertaining, or provide news or commentary, it's over. Wrap it up. MP says, and this is sober Anton. Facts. Cartier 82 says, 80, this is the closest thing to a Wednesday night. I told y'all that we was going to be having some real conversations here. I'm in a league is wild. And they not even close to me. Victor Williams says, just join the show. It seems like some Dusty was typing hard in the chat, getting AD riled up too early. No, I love this. Carrington says, so anxious. David Yeti says, what up, family? Just stopping in to keep up the phenomenal work. Stopping in to say, keep up the phenomenal work. Fellow chasers, don't get distracted by all of the noise. It's our time. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. We can get some money with you too. Rush King says, it's also something to think about, AD. Why would they let us know about a list existing in the first place if the government officials are on the list? Exactly. In my opinion, a list is a conspiracy theory to distract. Brown Eyes says, I agree with you, AD. I did not vote for Trump because of Epstein. Shadow Dragon TV says, meanwhile, 109 kids were rescued and over 200 arrested last month in Texas, and no one cared. Not one soul, not a peep. But everyone talking about the Epstein files. In my opinion, Quinn says Andrew Tate is strong in this season. Brown Ass says my wording was wrong. I voted for Trump also. I was trying to say that I did not vote for Trump because of Epstein. I voted for him because of more important issues. I know what you were saying. Jamaica says, you are a fool. I emailed you about the black shirts. Okay. I can't see it. I'm sorry. Give me a second. AD, can you talk about Charleston White talking about Carmelo Anthony should have stabbed his brother too? I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about that. When did he say that? When did he say that? I don't know nothing about that. Let me see something. Let me find out these shirts. Give me a second. Y'all really want to know these shirts? What t-shirts do Anton have? Well, first, if I tell y'all what t-shirts that I have, all right. If I tell y'all what t-shirts that I have, somebody says Anton ain't going against Charleston White. Let me look at this. Anton, wait. Let me see what he says. Somebody says something. Jonathan Powell says AD ain't going against Charleston White no matter what he says. Facts. I didn't see it, but listen, man. Listen. Charleston is my guy. If it's something that he says that I agree with, then I'm going to publicly say that I agree with it. If it's something that he says that I disagree with, then I can have a conversation with him offline. But why would I disagree with my homeboy publicly for the people? Why would I do that? That'll be like me like saying that I hate somebody. Like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? Y'all would do that? Would y'all do that? Here's the problem with this t-shirt nonsense that y'all keep asking me about. Here's the problem with it. If like I don't want to like put it out there and then I don't make no money. Like, why would I make them some money? You know what I'm saying? They got an affiliate link or something like that? Is it an affiliate link that I can get a bag from as a result of it? Before I just start giving out information and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, Cozy, send me an email right now. If you send me an email right now, because I don't think I get paid for this. So I'm not about to be promoting on somebody else's business for the sake of promoting it. Send me an email right now, and then I'll send you the link to it. I got it up right now. All right. Moses King, you says you already making money, big dog. Yeah, but I'm not about to promote somebody else's product that's not in the Bag Chasers. Why would I promote somebody else's product that I don't even know and let them make even more money from it? That don't make sense. Anton, get a shirt company to send you a link and get 10% off of each buy. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Jamaica sent that ASAP. All right, let me see if I can send this to you. Then we got to move on with the show. How do I get the link for this? Off the Amazon. Oh, here we go. Amazon app. Copy. Reply. Bam. All right. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. So what else we got going on? Let's see what else we got going on. Pam Bondi. We talked about that. Protesters are clashing with ICE agents outside of San Francisco immigration court. Have y'all heard anything about that? Let's talk about that. Let me share that.
We're going to start with that clash outside the immigration courthouse in San Francisco. It comes as ICE agents continue to show up for routine immigration hearings, then detain people after their appearance. While this isn't the first time they've been met with protesters, today's confrontation was much more aggressive on both sides. NBC Bay Area's Tom Jensen joins us live from San Francisco with the details. They've been met with protesters.
Look at her in the red hat. What the fuck is she doing out there?
Detain people after their appearance. While this isn't the first.
Liberal white people aggravate me so much. Liberal white people aggravate me so much. Oh my God. Y'all just be doing anything. Y'all are out there with, what is that? Is that a hockey helmet? What is that, an ice skating helmet? What are you doing? The dude in the blue. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, bro? Oh my God. I have white liberal fatigue, bro. Honest to God, bro. You got a bike helmet on, man? What are you doing with a bike helmet on in front of the immigration office? Y'all ain't got nothing better to do? Look how stupid y'all look. Y'all need to start holding yourselves.
Immigration hearings, then detain people after their appearance.
What are you doing?
While this isn't the first time they've been met with protesters, today's confrontation was much more.
Y'all just be doing anything. Y'all so stupid. Y'all aggravate me. You aggravate me to my core. You aggravate me to my soul. Especially white liberal women. Ugh. Y'all just be there. You be hoping to get hit. You just be there trying to get yourself in a situation, bro. Get on my nerve, man. And these are the type of women that y'all keep on trying to date. Keep on trying to convince me that's so good, that's so submissive. They stay in the house, they do what you say. This woman right here with the red hat on.
Immigration hearings, then detain people after their appearance. While this isn't the first time they've been met with protesters, today's confrontation was much more aggressive on both sides.
What are y'all doing? Ugh.
NBC Bay Area's Tom Jensen joins us live from San Francisco with the details captured on camera. Tom.
They sure were. And Janelle, this was unlike anything we've seen out here before. And we've been here since the beginning of June. This was a physical confrontation that pushed through the streets of the financial district for several blocks, ended with a gun drawn, and it all started in that doorway right there. Protesters block the courthouse doors as ICE agents attempt to remove a man they've detained inside. A man, we're told, who had just appeared for a routine immigration hearing. They forced their way through the protesters and pushed the man they're detaining into a van. But the crowd moves with them, including several protesters who threw themselves on the hood of the moving van.
Look at these people. Don't ever say nothing else about black people if you're a white liberal.
With them, including several protesters.
Look at these idiots. Look at them. Oh man, this junk is so dumb. This is so stupid. This is the dumbest thing ever. Look at that. Look at this foolishness. Oh my God. This is in San Francisco. Somebody said, where is this at? This is in San Francisco, y'all. This is in San Francisco.
Who threw themselves on the hood of the moving van. As some agents climbed into vehicles, others walked from one courthouse to another with protesters following step for step. As agents reached the second building, another confrontation, including an agent throwing a man to the ground, and then a gray sedan pulls up. The crowd dispersed after that federal officer stepped out carrying what appears to be an assault rifle. A man who has been operating an information table for migrants outside the courthouse describes the chaos.
You could just see the ICE guys going wild with the batons and like pushing through the crowd, grabbing people's bikes and using them to hit people and stuff.
Oh, you're victims now. You're victims now. You know, I've never seen more people that are victims than white liberals. I've never seen people that intentionally put themselves in front of a car to get ran over than white people. If I ever catch a black person doing some dumb junk like that, we gonna have a problem. Let them have this shit. Let me say something for black people. And this is for the black liberals, all right? Because I know that it ain't no conservatives out there doing no dumb shit like that. This ain't what we do. For the black liberals, because you can't tell white liberals nothing. All right. I know that it's a lot of white people that have separated themselves from the traitors of America. And so let me say something to the black liberals that always feel compelled to follow white liberals to do stuff that they're not supposed to do. Stand down. Stand down. This ain't you. This ain't your fault. I know that y'all vote the wrong way. I know that y'all do dumb shit. I know that you don't necessarily take care of your kids. I know that you may not even be able to vote because you may have a felony or two. I know that you be simping for women, but for this issue in particular, this ain't even you, big dog. I bet not catch one black person jumping on the minivan, jumping on the town and country minivan, trying to prevent an illegal migrant from getting deported back to where they came from. Stand down. Stand down. This is no reason for us to even be having this conversation. If I see one black liberal that is jumping on a car or is getting tossed from the police and putting yourself in harm's way for no reason, I'm gonna bring you to the front of the congregation. I'm gonna have to find out who you are and where you are. This is a white liberal thing. This is something that they do regularly. They want to be you. They want to be what you say that you are so that they can feel your pain. They want to be freedom riders. They want to get car bombed. They want to be victims. They love victimhood. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm just going to lay in the grave with you and get dirt put on me. That is a white person thing. They like voluntarily putting themselves in harm's way. They love falling into the grave and, oh my God, just bury me with them. That is their thing. That is a cultural norm with white people. They love to suffer with you. They want to go to some foreign country and put themselves where they know that it's a huge civil war happening in some African country, and they want to be the only pale face out there jumping around. We came out here, we waited for the last plane, and I decided not to get on a plane, and I'm just hoping that they come and risk it to come and save me. And then, you got to send in a whole motherfucking military platoon, millions of dollars of resources to save one pale face. We got to get the Americans out, but you could have left a long time ago. I just wanted to come over here. I can't believe the way that they're treating African babies. So you can adopt them and then turn them into girl boys over here in the United States of America. Now we got a missing helicopter pilot. You got snipers all on the roof trying to protect you. People getting maimed and injured because you couldn't take your punk ass and get on the plane and come on back to America and do what you're supposed to do. You always on some mission. Always trying to solve for some problem, but making it exponentially worse. We got to go and see what the Aboriginals in this remote village in the Amazon that has never seen people before, we got to go and give them some food. They was doing just fine without you. They were doing just fine without you. Everybody was cool. Everybody's cool. Whatever it was that they was doing, they was walking around with their dicks out. They was having a good time, climbing trees, eating coconuts, and fighting monkeys. Let them motherfuckers do what they got to do. You don't have to go over there and give them no Christianity for them. You don't have to preach to them. You don't have to teach them the Bible. You don't have to disrupt their country. You don't have to destabilize things so you can steal minerals from under their country. You don't have to take everything from them. You don't have to be helpful and then capitalistic at the same time. They don't want you. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Oh my God, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do this mission. We're gonna build churches over there. Leave them motherfuckers alone. They're not interested in what you got to offer no more. Listen. White people. Shout out to all of my white people. I love you. I rock with you, but everybody needs to be held accountable for their decisions. Leave people alone. You don't have to fall victim, fall over and do everything. You don't. You don't. Just chill. Go home. Go home, bro. Real talk. Go home. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Look at the babies. Why y'all always got adopting African babies? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Somebody explain that to me in the chat. Give me a second. Why do white people adopt African babies? What is it about super dark babies that just compels you to want to raise them and somehow give them some form of femininity, some black male child and give it femininity? What is it about black babies that do it for you? Why don't you adopt a Latino baby? How come y'all don't adopt Latino babies? How come you don't adopt Hispanic babies? Or when you don't go and get you a Mexican kid? How come you don't go and get you a Venezuelan kid? They always going to Africa. Why they always going to Africa? What's up with that? What is these African babies that y'all like so much? Why? And I'm curious. I genuinely yeah, they get Asian kids. Facts. They do get Asian kids too. They always getting them an Asian kid. Some kid from Vietnam. That kid probably was meant to make some shoes. That's it. Nope. You want to bring them over here. And so now they wearing all of the fashion and they hanging out with Charlize Theron and they trying to find their identity and they got big glasses on and bell bottoms. No, that kid was supposed to be over somewhere and he's supposed to be making t-shirts. That's what his life is. No, but you got to rescue him. If we save one baby, that's why I was talking to Darnell about the other day, and I was telling him how I saved him. Every time that I seen a white man on TV and he said, just give 20 cents a day, 50 cents a day. Then inflation, and eventually they got up to like 75 cents a day. It was some white man on a mission. And he always had on a blue jean shirt and some blue jean pants and some boots on. Blue jean shirt, blue jean pants, and then in a couple scenes he'll have on a wrap around his face. It's so harsh over here. And look at these children. And you see the flies go in and out of his eyes and stuff like that. And y'all got to go get them. Always something. Always something. You over there begging me to send 50 cents a day. Nigga, get your punk ass over here back in America. We gotta go and get martyred over somewhere, and because we know that they don't like us, but we're gonna die for it. Stop. Gotta go over to Africa. Figure it out. Go on a mission. You looking for that D. That's what you're looking for, nigga. Now they over here protesting, standing on cars, and fucking falling over.
Batons and like pushing through the crowd, grabbing people's bikes and using them to hit people and stuff.
Even before the larger confrontations began, a San Francisco man who was on his way to work says he was hit by an unmarked ICE SUV in a crosswalk.
Can I have his badge number? And
Look at him. Can I get his badge number, please? I want your badge number. Don't you know that we don't even put on helmets when we ride our bikes? We just get on a bike and we just go. That's how I know that you're a liberal, because conservatives, we just suffer. We get on our bikes when we was little kids. We used to just fall over, scrape our knee, and get back up and just keep on bleeding. Every time I see one of you motherfuckers in San Francisco with a flannel shirt on, he got a flannel, a sweater, and a helmet on. Hey, I want your badge number now. Badge number and what precinct you're at. Got your helmets on, though. Make sure you're safe when you're riding your bikes, just in case. Give me the badge number ASAP.
He says he now plans to take that agent to court.
I was in the crosswalk. That's my zone. I was a pedestrian in the intersection.
And the
I can't
confrontations were
believe
not
you just walked into my zone. I was in a crosswalk. I didn't do anything but fall into your car and you hit me as a result of it.
limited to protesters and agents. Another San Francisco driver who got out of his truck to yell at protesters said he's tired of demonstrators constantly blocking traffic.
All white people. It's all white. Look at 'em.
Protesters said he's tired
Look at 'em.
of demonstrators constantly.
Look at them. It's all the same people. Every single day. You coffee shop, latte drinking, avocado toast having, super liberal, bull nose ring wearing liberals that are running up and interrupting traffic and slowing people down from getting to work every day.
Blocking traffic.
People can't get to work and be a normal person. That's what I'm upset about.
The ICE information table organizer says that inconvenience is nothing compared to what he believes these detainees are facing as they try to legally apply for citizenship or asylum.
They're doing everything they can to be here legally. And for following the procedures, they're getting abducted.
We still do not know why that man was detained.
So fatigued at y'all. So fatigued. So fatigued. So aggravated. Never there when you need them for the right reasons. Always there when you need them for the wrong reasons. Always there when you need them for the wrong reasons. Never there when you need them for the right reasons. Fucking liberals. Just annoying. So annoying. Let me read some of these super chats. Am I off or am I accurate? AD, they rich cosplaying. I know. Trust fund babies. They want jungle kids for jungle fever. King to all says, I'm mad. I'm pulling into work and I can't hear the rest of the show. Dicks out fighting monkeys. That's what they be doing. Have y'all ever seen some of them people that be in the remote islands? They want to raise Tarzan. Rashida Howard says, what exactly is the bag chasers? If you join the Patreon, are you giving investment advice? How do we summarize the bag chasers, y'all? The bag chasers are a group of people that is running up a bag, and we meet up in person and we have a good time. We go to meetups and we join the Discord and we share information and we network effectively. So it's some really good friends and some people that have leveled up and worked together. We invest in each other's businesses. We also give great information on the live streams and the videos that we drop inside of the Patreon, whether it be leveling up in corporate America or stock club. So we talk about our portfolios and how much we run it up and stuff like that. So I give investment and I teach people how to read the charts. I teach people what to look for, the 8 things to look for when you're looking to invest in a company, what industries to stay away from. I show receipts as far as content creation, how people can level up in content creation and what they need to do and where the thing is going next. I did a live stream on AI and the possibilities of it and what you can use it for and how to become a prompt engineer and what industries you need to switch and pivot over to if you are in the technology field. I do Block Club where I give real estate advice. I show people how to hunt for certain properties and land and how it is that they can compound their investments into making a lot more money in order to increase their net worth. I teach people how to leverage certain assets and equity, and whether it's property or whether it's certain shares inside of companies in order to get a low interest rate to reduce your tax burden so that you can then buy things because you don't get taxed on loans. And so it's just a lot of information, but more importantly, we a family. You know what I'm saying? We party together. We have a good time. We link up with each other. We fight over different issues. I invest in people's businesses. If I'm ever looking to employ somebody, then I always go to the bag chasers first. We talk about jobs, opportunities, AI, all of that stuff. So the bag chasers is just kind of a movement. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we don't have courses. We don't have any of that type of stuff. We just talk about real shit and we figure out how to find the money in it. That's it. We figure out how to find the money in it. And so we got a Discord, we got all of that. And so the bag chasers is just a group of people that's rocking out and trying to figure out how to get richer, how to become more knowledgeable, how to become more successful, and how to leverage information in order to run up a bag. That's it. That's it. That's what we do. So, yeah, that's what we are. That's what we do. That's how we rock out. And so it's not investment advice per se. It's more like a lifestyle. And it's awesome and people love it. And a lot of people have made a lot of money. Some people have gotten their businesses invested in. The guy that was giving out the hats. So when we went to the last meetup, somebody actually made the bag chasers hats. And so we was giving them out to the people. He actually gave them out for free, but he wound up being, it was a guy that I invested in his business. And so he was returning the favor. So these are the hats. They dope, super dope. So finally got back to the apartment so I could show y'all what the hats are. They sick. So got the hats popping. I don't know who I'm gonna get these to. But we're gonna figure it out. Shout out to Executive Suite. MLE brought me the I'm gonna put the link in the description when I get back, but he brought me the cigars. Sick, bro. Yeah. So this is the first time that I've really been back here. So it got me this. So we look out for each other. It's good energy. You know what I'm saying? So this was from one of the bag chasers. He just gave me this as a thank you. And he was just saying that I had made a significant impact on his finances and his life. So this is what he gave me as a gift. So I got a lot of gifts over here that I got to go through. I got books, all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go through all of that. Anyways, yeah, it's a nice group. So if you're looking to rock out with a group of people that's running it up and doing some great things, you know, we rock out and we go from there. All right. Jamaica says, big up AD, thanks for the link. When is Stock Club? Hopefully tomorrow. I'm trying to do it tomorrow. If I can get settled in my hotel and if the Wi-Fi is great, then I'm gonna do it tomorrow after the show. Or before we do after hours. Probably like 8 p.m. Eastern. Only white people prepare for the riot with protective gear. Yo, AD, you hear about the whole Kai Target situation. What's your take on it? Yeah, I heard about it. Let me see if I can find something about that. I was about to talk about something else. Let me see if I can find something on that. Give me a second.
Oh! Chat. Oh my gosh. It's time for the Target sleepover, y'all. Chat, everything, chat, listen. Chat, everything is free. Chat, everything is free. Oh my gosh. Chat, everything right now is free. How you doing? No, wait, everything is free. But,
yeah.
But
no, hold on. It's not. Nothing is free. That's
For the night it is.
So if I open this, I won't be. This not stealing. No. We're gonna pay for.
But we working out though. Put the Kit Kat down,
bro, I'm asking you. I haven't ate all day.
All right, so People are asking me and they saying, Anton, how do you feel about? They was asking me this yesterday. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but we ran out of time because we was talking about a whole bunch of different subjects. And I will give you my take on this whole Target situation with Kai Cenat. Now, Target was also a sponsor for the Essence Festival. Obviously, we know that people like Jamal Bryant. I don't like Jamal Bryant. I think that Jamal Bryant is corny. I still have to remember, and I'm not gonna ever forget about the fact that Jamal Bryant had some really wild negative things to say about Kevin Samuels when he's passed away. The character of Jamal Bryant has always been questionable, even though he has a following, a church following, which, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest ways that you can pimp the black community and pimp black women is by having a church. But so they basically said that they were going to boycott Target. Now, to bring people up to speed of what's happening with black people and boycotting Target, black people were Me Tooing the situation. So the boycott of Target and large corporations, which that died down. Remember when I told y'all I actually had that live stream over, and I think I was in Miami. I was in Miami. I was doing a live stream. I was doing a Millionaire Morning Show, and I was telling y'all that this DEI situation with Target is a false. It's a farce. And I said that it was, they're not going to be, targeting a bunch of companies. They're not going to be going from company to company, none of that junk. That it was going to die out like everything else, right? They didn't. They didn't run over to a whole bunch of different corporations and say, oh my God, we need it. But it largely, black people leaped off to it because it was a white man. I'm going to break down the history of it. It was a white man that came up with the idea, and I forgot what the name of it was, but he came out with the idea of boycotting Target and large corporations because he felt like a disproportionate amount of profits needed to go back into it or whatever, and they was basically protesting some form of capitalism. Black people caught on to it and wind of it and tried to make it seem like it was theirs, and they played a game of telephone, and then it became boycott Target Day, boycott these days, boycott that day, right? So then after that, when black people did it, then they just hold on to it. It was largely black people were trying to make it seem like it was theirs because of the Trump mandates that companies could no longer use diversity, equity, and inclusion for their hiring practices or for how they chose how people were to display certain things and become partners of these different programs. And so, for example, you have people like Tabitha Brown. And Tabitha Brown was sitting there and saying, oh my God, guys, I can't believe it because, I understand why you guys are doing diversity, equity, and inclusion protests against Target, but understand that my products are in there too. So Target never said that it was going to remove black creators or black companies or anything like that. What they did say is that everybody had to be rocking based off of merit. And so most companies said that we want to hire people based off of merit. We want to have great products based off of merit, but they never said that they were going to remove any of the products or any of the people that they were doing business with. But black people are always looking for, or not even black people, black culture, because black culture is the thing that's toxic. It's not all black people. And so people like Jamal Bryant and all of them, and they was basically saying that we're going to boycott Target and we're going to kill these companies and all of this stuff, right? And so they still bitter about that. They still holding grudges, even though a lot of companies did away with diversity, equity, and inclusion in universities, they're still bitter about that. So now what you see is anybody that is associated with Target, they feel some type of way because the rest of the world is moving on and nobody cares about diversity, equity, and inclusion. But they did this whole Me Too movement on Target, and so they feel some type of way. Now, what you see happening with Target is that they're not necessarily speaking about it. They're not negative about it. They didn't remove anybody, but they continue to go business as usual, like sponsoring the Essence Festival. And now what you see is people are starting to have backlash against Kai Cenat and these streamers because Target is smart as fuck. And what they did was they created a campaign that seemed organic in which Kai Cenat and all of these people are able to go in and spend 24 hours overnight. And I'm pretty sure that they spent the bag to do it. Pretty sure that they spent the bag. I think that it's a great marketing campaign that is smart as hell for them to align themselves with the biggest streamers and the biggest content creators because those are the ones that determine what happens in the culture nowadays. It's not the rappers, it's not the actors, it's not the entertainers, it's not the basketball players, streamers and content creators, the ones that actually know what the fuck they doing. Those are the ones that determine the culture. Those are the ones where all of the dollars are going to go. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I believe about it. Now that I gave y'all a little bit of background information, here's what I believe about it. They don't, with these black culture lunch ladies, you know, older women and stuff like that, right? What they don't understand, my daughter goes to Target all the time. My daughter loves Target, can't wait to make a Target run. Go and pick her up at Starbucks. My daughter is like, she gonna get her a Starbucks, go to Target. She loves shopping at Target. She's never gonna not shop at Target. But Kai Cenat and these streamers, their target audience isn't these older fucking lunch ladies, because the lunch ladies are not watching us on YouTube. They're not watching Kai Cenat on YouTube, and they're not watching Duke Dennis on YouTube. They're not watching them on Twitch. They're not watching DJ Academics. They're not watching any of these people. So here's the thing. How can people get mad when your target demographic and your audience, you're not even familiar with the people that you're mad at, for aligning with and having conversations with and partnering with Target in order to get the bag? No, my daughter doesn't spend $20,000. Are y'all stupid? Why would my daughter spend $20,000 a month at Target? Why would, I say it again for the people in the back, y'all got to remember, it's demographic, target audience, or whatever. Nobody cares that is watching Kai Cenat and Duke Dennis, because if you know who their demographic is, then you know who Target is trying to reach. Target is not trying to reach lunch ladies anymore. Target is trying to endear a younger demographic to their brand so that they can continue to try to get them to rock with them for the rest of their lives and start to make that a part of their daily lives. So it is a genius marketing campaign, if you ask me, because they are uniquely reaching a different audience than traditional marketing and advertising. And if you want to break through, then you're going to have to start to reach out to people that can promote your brand. It's smart as fuck. It's smart as hell. It is absolutely smart. So if you're asking me, whether or not that it was smart for them to do this, then I think that it's absolutely smart. 100%. Companies are getting smarter, they're getting more unique, and they're understanding that they got to do things differently in order to continue to be successful. Let me see something. So, for example, it's funny because you'll hear a lot of people, and I'm gonna share this information because, like, I see people in the chat saying that Target is getting desperate, and I don't go by what people say. I go by what I actually know. So, let me share this with you. For example, Target, and this is the impact of this is the impact of what happened from the boycotts, right? Target was profitable at the time that they started the boycott. The net income was $1.1 billion, meaning that they were not in the negative. For some reason, a lot of people are saying, and I see this all the time. I see people say, and this is their quarterly. This is quarterly. This is not yearly. This is quarterly. And anybody that understands retail, then I'm not going to get into it or whatever, but this is quarterly. Quarterly, Target had a net income, their most recent quarter that was reported, of $1.1 billion in profits, which was the equivalent of $2.41 a share. All right. So if you're sitting here and you're listening to people that's on TikTok and the internet sit there and tell you, hey, Anton, no, Target is going under. They're absolutely going to fold. They're going to 100% just completely blow and suffer and all of this stuff. I will tell you that I don't go based off of what the fuck people say on TikTok. If you're telling me that, man, they're Jamal Bryant put the Target in the negative, well, I'm going to go by what I see on the charts and what they reported in their last quarterly earnings. And in their last quarterly earnings, they said that they had a net income, not negative net, not in the red. They had a net income of $1.1 billion in earnings, which exceeded analyst expectations. So again, you can go based off of what you hear and rumors and TikToks. And that's why I don't use talking points from other people. I don't do any of that. The only thing I care about is the truth. And the only thing I care about is the numbers. Only thing I care about is the truth, and the only thing I care about is the numbers. So do I think that Target is making the right move and making sure they get behind people that can then get to and reach a huge audience by being very smart in their marketing? I absolutely think that Target is making the right move, and I think that they're smart as hell. Absolutely think that they're making the right move and that they're smart as hell. You said, what was their revenue? Revenue is $31 billion above analyst forecasts. As a matter of fact, I'll show it. Let me show it. Let me show you how impactful things are. Let me pull this back up. Give me a second. Revenue declined 3.1% because they had one fewer week of sales compared to the same period last year. They had revenue of $30.91 billion, which was above analyst forecasts. Digital sales rose by 1.5%. Better than expected profitability, so on and so forth. All right. So that is what their revenue was. So if people are sitting there telling you one thing, then I'm looking at it completely different, and I'm having a completely different. So I don't know how impactful all of these people are making it or anything like that, but I don't see where the panic is. I don't see why Target is desperate. I don't see what y'all see. Lies spread faster than the truth, 100%. 100%. So maybe everybody in the church was spending $31 billion of an impact or whatever. And no, I don't think that Target is going anywhere. So I don't think the Target is going anywhere. So again, I'm liberal fatigued out. Plenty of black people shop at Target. Plenty of black people shop at Target. If you want to know whether or not I think you should invest in Target, that's a completely different conversation. We'll talk about that on the Patreon. All right. Let me go ahead and read a couple more super chats and then I'll get y'all out of here. I got to go and catch a flight. Shout out to you, Moses King. I appreciate you for the question. Solution Trucking says, AD, you have to talk about the two black women that said that the kids at the camp died because of racism. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Diamond Lane 420 says, good afternoon, chat. But real talk, I need that hat, AD. It matched my place, black and white, and fits my lifestyle. And shout out to the Chasers. I'm going to have to call him and contact him in order to get some more hats. And maybe I'll just give away some for y'all. Maybe I'll do y'all a question or a riddle and then I'll give them away. But these hats are sick. People was grabbing these hats up. People, we had rolls and rolls of them, and people was grabbing them up at the last meetup when we was on the rooftop and in DC. All right, y'all. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the show. We endured and we were successful despite all of our setbacks. No live stream tonight. Got to get these videos out. Got to continue to run it up. Got to take care of business. All right. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Stay safe. Stay focused.